Uncle Tahuti, Hotel.
Hotep family, can you hear me? How's my sound?
You sound good. I can hear you. Huh?
Uh,
How we
that's what's
looking,
up.
man? I see y'all been getting into it in the chat. How you feel about all this?
I feel like it's a waste of time. I was gonna do it at first, but now that I thought about it, and now that I done seen that they trying to flim flam with the word literal and real,
Ah,
I'm a back out, man.
so
Your
you
boy
don't.
Ruben ruined that. Ruben and Laurel ruined that. All they had to do was stay quiet, and the preliminary could have had. I didn't want to do the debate on his platform because I know that was gonna be a setup. So I was trying to see if you wanted to do the debate, but I see right now it's not really going to happen anyway because I see they playing games
On who platform?
on yours.
Oh, they scared.
And I don't think they scared. I think he just he egotistical and he's spiteful about losing on DMG platform. So um he want me to do it on his platform. You know how that works.
Say that one more time. My bad.
He jealous or not jealous, but he's mad that he lost the Haru consciousness on DMG platform. So he trying to get a redo on his platform.
You say yo. You say hold up. You talking about JJ?
Yeah, JJ 7000, aka Mandika Mali.
Uh oh. Uh oh. So so you agreeing with Uncle Heru?
Yeah, I agree with Haru and Jabari, right? They had the same argument. Or
So
am I wrong?
yeah, they definitely had the same argument. So you saying the netters are not literal?
Right. So this is the way you break down the difference between literal and real. That's why they playing games with literal and real because why the principles right are symbolic and figurative, they are realistic because again, if the bull that represents Apis bull, if that bull dies, Apis still lives on. So that's the difference between literal and real. We're not saying that it's literally the bull. We saying that it becomes more than literal because you added a title, a divination, and a symbology to it. That's
I
all I'm saying. It's that simple.
you
But
watch
see what they doing is they trying to confuse and convolute everything by saying, well, they real in the sense of being literal.
did you watch uh Uncle Reggie debate?
That's what I'm saying. They ain't even watched the debate. But what I did pay keen attention to was how everybody who sided with Reggie now believes that the Netcheru are both literal and figurative.
Yeah,
Take from that what you will.
I think that's because Uncle Reggie he brought out he brought out two people that had Nutter in their name, and he said this was early on of people being called Nutters, and then I think he showed like eight literal Nutters, and then he asked Jabari how many um I think he asked how many on his last round he asked how many Nutters do I have to show that they were literal, and I think it was Jabari. I think somebody said one or something like that, and that's how he closed out. That's how he closed out his debate, basically. Uncle Reg. So you, I ain't gonna cap to you, Uncle Tahuti. You will be going against. You'll be going against Uncle Reggie. Everything I mean, yeah, you'll be going against everything Uncle Reggie been saying. So when with people believing that they are both, you saying it can't be both?
No, I'm saying that it can be both only in that the Neteru are reality. They are principles that govern or describe reality, so nature. But on the other side, they're saying it's literal and figurative now, which convolutes it. It can't be literal only in the beginning versus figurative, right? And then all of a sudden, after the debate, it be both. That contradicts their side entirely. And plus, in the definition of literal, once you add anything extra to something that's just existing on its own, it becomes no longer literal. It becomes now figurative. It can still be real. That's why that's the difference. But it can no longer be literal because the definition of literal is on its own, real, unbothered, no title, no nothing.
All right, Uncle Tahuti, y'all heard it first. Uncle Tahuti is disagreeing with JJ. Uncle Tahuti is disagreeing with Uncle Reggie, saying the netters are not literal. And he's saying if you came in thinking that they were literal, and now you saying they both, you lost the argument. So y'all heard Uncle Tahuti. I'm gonna get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Tahuti is an elder. He could handle his own. If you disagree with Uncle Tahuti and you saying that the netters are literal, let me drop that goddamn link. So what happened with Uncle Larrell? What was Uncle Larrell pushback? Who did the conversation start with and end with?
Uh, I forgot. I think I brought it up. I brought it up to ask you if we can move the debate and have it on your channel, and then that's when he chimed in. He been chiming in on JJ's back chat. But as far as your back chat is concerned, he chimed in when I brought it up, only to ask if it can be on any other platform than Lions Den, because I don't trust that. No one should trust that, especially after the debate has already been had twice and he's already lost. Like, let's be realistic. If that's not a setup, I don't know what is.
Are you saying Uncle JJ wanted to do the debate on his channel or Paradigm Shift?
On his channel, I think he got kicked off of Paradigm Shift because he was so upset about Haru winning the debate, and that's where this all comes into play. He was so upset that he still want to have a redo with somebody else, if not Jabari. He wanted to debate Jabari, and he said he already beat Jabari in the debate, which I don't believe. And that's what I'm saying. That's another question. I
Right.
gotta ask this question: when have you ever known somebody who's proficient at translating meta nature to agree with the Hebrew Israelite on the conditions of the meta nature or of the Neteru? Let's think about that. We know what the debate was all about. It was about ego, envy, but we'll pretend that it wasn't. Either way, the Neteru are figurative and real, but not literal. When you have literal, it can only be literal and nothing else. It can't be metaphorical. It can't be tied to forces. It can't be tied to any other thing but that. So if one divination or one nature has three or more principles and identities, then it is no longer literal. Case closed. It's real, but it's no longer literal.
All right. Y'all heard it here first. Uncle Tahuti is saying, "Hey, stop the cap." Now I don't know if JJ, I don't know if Uncle JJ is making this look bad. Did Uncle JJ say he don't want to debate on my platform?
Nah, he never said that. I never even ran it by him. But for now, I called it off in his back chat. And I simply called it off because I knew that he was playing games with the definition
So
and the meaning. Yeah.
so I thought you called it off because you don't want to do it on his platform.
Well, that's one too. I was gonna have the preliminary on his platform, but the debate, I just called it off altogether.
Ah,
Yeah, man, because it's we beating a dead horse at this point, and for me to entertain that kind of alludes to the possibility that he might be right, and that's what I be trying to tell people when
yeah.
you have a
Let me
new
ask.
debate.
Let me ask you this: you the first person. I just gotta say it. You the first person that said the letters are not literal. That read the meta letter. So you the first person that read the meta letter that said the letters are not literal. How you feel about that, man? That's besides Jabari, of course.
Right. So you have other people who say the same thing, and that's on both sides. That's both on the Africana scholar side and the Egyptologist side. And that's what I already got I already had my presentations and my visuals ready for JJ, and they had a combination of Jacob Carruthers, Check Antijoke, Theophilo Benga, and then you got European Egyptologists who say the same thing about the Neteru. I got their books and their quotes and everything. So at this point, it's a dead horse. And so another thing is when we talk about the text, we know that the text is figurative. The text teaches metaphors. African teachings are layered with metaphors and meanings. So with all that being said, how could the Neteru all of a sudden be different from that?
Ah, it looked like Naga is running. It looked like God is light. Light is electromagnetism is running from Tahuti. Uncle Reggie, I got Tahuti in the building. Tahuti Afar. I'm not sure if you heard of him or not, but not Tahuti with the snake, huh? All right, no question, no problem. My brother. All right, no. All right, Uncle Reggie say he doing the. I was trying to get some insight. Uncle Reggie say he live right now. He gonna come back and get it right.
Got you. I
I
got you. What do you
called.
say after 8? Did I overhear that?
Nah, he ain't give me a time.
Oh, okay.
Called Uncle Lasarium Carr. I'm waiting on him to call me back. I know Uncle Reggie, Asarium Carr, Unc, and I know Smash gonna say the same thing. People, I say this. Besides Jabari, everybody else that read the meta, and besides you, everybody else that read the meta, where's Uncle Jose when we need him? God damn it, Uncle Jose, I hope you're doing well. Uncle Jose, I hope everything is good with you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Um, but yeah, everybody besides you and Jabari is saying that they are they basically saying that they are both. They saying well Uncle Reggie was saying that they can be both. Um with Uncle JJ, I'm not sure. That's what I was about to say. I'm not sure if Uncle JJ messed up the argument or not, but um I don't know nobody that's saying they are only literal. I don't know nobody that's saying the netters are only literal. Um, from I didn't hear Uncle JJ argument. I didn't watch. I didn't watch the first and second round of that debate. I came in the third round and I saw the question and answer. The question and answer. I thought Uncle JJ won the question and answer. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Uncle JJ won the chin check round. But I didn't watch the first and second round to to give it a go ahead. I say in the question and answering round, it looked like Tahuti. I mean not Tahuti. It looked like Heru was looked like Uncle JJ caught him a couple of times. I'm gonna say that. But I didn't watch the whole debate, so I didn't watch Heru or Uncle JJ first and second round. But man, Uncle Tahuti, you about to get some pushback, gang.
I feel you, but if you notice, the pushback is convoluted because they mix up real and literal. See, at first it was the Neteru or literal because um the pharaohs were getting deified after life or after death. Now all of a sudden, right, it shift after the debate to being literal and figurative at the same time. How can that be? So the people that's pushing back, the only way they gonna push back is just how I said. They gonna mix up the definitions of literal and real. You can actually you can share your screen right now and bring up the definition of literal. And it's gonna tell you um literal is something that is without title, extra symbology, metaphors, and so on and so forth.
I
So when you say, yeah, there you go. I'm just saying when you say something is not literal or is literal, right? You're saying that it has no symbology attached to it. It has no metaphors attached to it. You're just saying it is what it is as you see it. That's why when you say are the natural real beings, now you're talking about persons, and that was actually the debate title. Are the natural real
know,
beings?
Uncle
Yeah, guess what they did? Here's the kick. Guess what they did? They took the word being and tried to turn it into an African concept, saying that being just means you exist and it could be a force and all this. And I was like, oh, here we go with the flim flam.
the other Tahuti.
Yeah, the one who does 9 hour
Yeah,
um
with the
live streams and sides with Billy Carson,
with the
kinda.
he he don't believe he believed that the Netaru's are literal also, Uncle Tahuti.
Right, but I guarantee you he believes that they literal in the sense of what I'm saying, meaning that they are literal forces or real forces that actually exist, but not literal in the sense that they actually exist in a man with a ram head or a man with a
Yeah,
falcon head.
yeah. Nobody. Yeah, no, I don't think nobody's making that argument. Have you seen somebody make that argument?
Yeah, like when you see what the thing about that is, JJ makes that argument because when you what they doing is they playing the sleight of hand fallacy. So what they do is they lead up with that argument, right? Because they want to make a false equivalency between the Abrahamic God and the Necharu. So when you get into the debate or discussion, now the fallacy comes when they switch up the definition and say, "Oh, I meant literal as in actually exists, as in
This
existence."
what I'm saying. I haven't heard nobody that's saying the Netters are literal say that Heru had a falcon head. None of them are saying that this personified or this deified um, person or character had these superficial attributes. I think that's going into the symbology and the deification. Let me ask you this. Did you hear Uncle JJ mention that the kings were netters?
Yeah, he been mentioning that. He mentioned that in the first debate with Haru, and
You
he
agree with him?
mentioned that he reinforced it with the debate title because he put real beings.
Do
He
you
didn't
agree?
say are they literal. He said real
You
beings.
agree? Hold up. Do you agree with him that the kings, some kings, I think he said the ninth dynasty. I can't remember. It was during his debate. It's on DMG channel. But I think he said something about a specific dynasty where the kings, when they die, were they netters. Are you disagree with that point?
So to an extent, you it's being misrepresented because if I take a real person and add a title and symbolic divination to them, whether they live in or not, that still becomes figurative. Yes, I literally gave them a crown. Yes, I literally gave them the title, or they literally have the title. But being that they are just more than a man and a king, that title and that they becoming divine like the Neteru becomes figurative and real at the same time. That's where real
So look,
cancel
this
out
this
literal.
where this where I think this where I think you and Jabari messing up at. we talking about the kings being worshipped and praised at that time. We talking about Heru and Asar and all of them being worshipped and praised at that time. What we got right now, 4,000, 6,000 years later, we getting we getting we getting it secondhand of how they understood it. So if JJ is making the argument that the kings were netters, living or dying, the kings were netters, and the people worshiped the king of specific dynasties, then we know that king ain't have no symbology to him. That was a person. So that's why I mean if you look at Uncle Reggie debate, he brought out two people that had netter in their name, and they were people, and they were called this, and I'm not sure if they was deified or any of that, but basically what I'm saying is when they are calling these people netters, they calling them that in real time. They not calling them that 1,000 years later, 500 years later. So the falcon head and the any of these the sun disk, any of these symbolic, why is Uncle JJ, any of these symbologies that is added on to them, like let's say you brought up a point about the Apis bull, right? That the Apis bull, even when the netter died, the Apis bull is still around. The Apis bull was still around. I feel like the ancient Egyptians looked at the Apis bull and the Kepra beetle as bigger than just what you see with your eyes. Meaning, it's this, but it got some effects to it, and it got some powers. I say powers, forces.
Right, and that's what makes it no longer just literal. That's what now makes it symbolic, figurative, metaphysical. That's why a lot of the Neteru, remember, the not a lot of the Neteru have extra characteristics, meaning they can join with other Neteru. Apis becomes Ptah. Um, all these deities, and they even change their animals. So you have Ra being represented by not only the sun but the ram. So how is it that we arguing that Ra is a literal being, right? But not figurative. But then when we get to the meat and potatoes, well, we say, oh, well, we meant just literally as in existing in general. Like, nah, you can't backpedal. And this another thing too. The whole reason why we end up agreeing with each other and
Click
them
the link, man. You want
admitting
the hoodie?
admitting that
Come on, bring
they
bring.
no longer agree that the Neteru are real actual persons. That means the debate don't even no longer need to have. We just going in circles for no reason now.
Nah, this where I think you, Jabari, and Heru is getting caught up. I don't think nobody is making a symbolic arc. I don't think nobody that's saying I sent you the link. Come on, I got the hoodie on. So, oh, okay. All right. I don't think nobody that's making the argument saying that the netters are literal are arguing about the symbolic that was added on to it. I think they saying strip the symbolic, it's still this. I think that's what they are saying. So when we say um like matter of fact, we got Uncle Lorel up in the building. So I'm gonna put that in my back pocket. Uncle Lorel, you here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Were the netters literal?
Okay, so we just went over this in the back chat. Was the
Let's
netters?
go. Let's go.
Yeah, of course the netters are literal. You have to have more nuance and context when you ask that question, because in general, yes, they are literal.
Hey, Uncle Lorel, This why I say we ain't gotta. This why we ain't gotta add no nuance and context, Uncle Larrell. Because now I told Uncle Tahuti this. People that's arguing that the netters are literal. None of them are arguing a falcon head. None of them are arguing a sun disk. They saying what this represent is literal. We're not talking about the
Yeah,
symbolic. The number, you got the
yeah,
number three. You got the symbol for a three. And then you also have the meaning. You also have the meaning for a three. Is the
right.
symbol for a three literal?
No,
Is the meaning behind the three literal?
yes,
We use it every day. So I think
every day.
I don't want I don't want the people that's saying the netters are not literal arguing about a falcon head or arguing about some wings or something, because I don't think nobody that's making an argument that they are literal or even trying to make that argument.
Not even. Especially anybody from the Naga camp, we most definitely ain't saying no shit like that. We're saying yes, it's literal because nigga, this is a real physical phenomenon that is happening. You know what I'm saying? And that should actually, exist in reality. So we can't say it's not literal. To say it's not literal is to lie. It's not to be in truth. Then you be violating my eye, right? So we're saying that it is literal. You know what I'm saying? But you need context and nuance in order to define what you're saying. Because if you're asking us, is shoe a person? You can name somebody's shoe, and that's a person. You see what I'm saying? A person can be named Shu, they can be named Aman, they can be named Seti, they can be named these things. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be real people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to take context into play. You see what I'm saying? And it's like we're not idol worshippers. I don't believe the the ancestors from Kemet was idol worshippers either. I don't believe that they were idol worshippers either. Um, I don't believe none of our ancestors are idol worshippers. We do not believe that sticks and stones is doing anything for us. Like we do believe in the unseen energy behind all things that's controlling all things. Rather you try to attribute that shit to a god or put some type of anthropomorphism on that shit. That's on you. But energy rules the fucking universe. Energy rules the universe. And then you don't know nothing about energy until you actually start studying energy. And that's why we always say God is light is electromagnetism. You already know I'm rolling up, cuz. You know
Uncle,
what I'm saying?
but you watch JJ debate?
No, I ain't see it.
All right, Uncle Tahuti, you got the flow.
Yeah, and that was the whole point. So he brought up the whole thing that I was trying to reinforce with JJ in the back chats. Was the nuance and the context needs to be clear because, like I said from the jump, my whole point was they're figurative and real. But in the beginning, it was only were the Neteru literal, and then Reggie started uh rejecting the fact that the title needed to be cleaned up and nuance and context needed to be added, and he ran the whole time leading up to the debate. And then again, like I brought up, all of a sudden after the debate was in, after all the dust was settled, suddenly and ironically is they figurative and literal at the same time. So based on that, the debate doesn't need to be have had anyway because people either going to confuse the definitions of real and literal or they just going to play
Hold
with
up,
it
hold up,
just
hold
to
up,
get
Uncle, hold
clout.
up, hold up, Uncle Tahuti. Hold up, Uncle Tahuti. Let me tell you how this happens. It don't happen how you thinking that it happens. It happened when somebody say the netters are not literal.
Right.
So when somebody make a statement and say they are not literal, and then you have Uncle Reggie listens to that and he says, "Wait, I got 5 things I can show you right now of them being literal." he not saying he not saying some letters are not literal. He's saying for you to make a definitive statement
Right.
that letters are not literal, you fucked up. That's so no. I didn't even hear when it came. I don't think nobody is arguing about an animal head that's saying they are literal, and the argument is not coming from somebody saying they're both. Somebody is making a definitive statement saying that they are not literal. And somebody is piggyback, whether he's saying some are literal or not, he going off of that first
Right.
statement, agreeing with it. That's how argument, that's how it came about. You feel me? Like
Right.
Uncle Reggie is not saying some letters are literal and some are not. He's saying for you to say that they are not literal, this is my pushback. But Uncle Larell, you got the flow.
No, I mean I have to give it to you on that same thing. It's like be honest with you, whether they is or ain't, like that shit's ancillary. Like, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like to who you like I really want to see us build on some shit. And I hope you address that clown shit that we seeing in the community right now. But I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, let you slide to that if you is. You know what
Hey,
I'm
I
saying?
ain't gonna lie to you though. I ain't gonna lie to you though, Tahuti
You
and
know
Uncle.
what clown shit I'm talking about, don't you?
What happened?
With your boy Pharaoh.
Man, we you gotta watch the last show, Unc. We popped
Oh
this.
yeah, y'all already clowned that shit.
I popped this top the last show. But let me say this though.
All right.
Um, from Uncle Larell and Uncle Tahuti, from what Uncle Larell said, his explanation on voices and energy and all of that stuff, it sounds like y'all agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have to agree because it,
Uncle Tahuti is saying they were not literal beings, meaning they were never people. That's what Uncle
right,
Reggie
right. And see
Tahuti.
that, and that's the clause that need to be put in. People, right? Persons, people, humans. Like without that in there, a motherfucker could argue that shit all damn day until they blue in the face. And it's the same thing like when you say being. Being just means to exist. So I mean everything is a being because it's existing. All of them, all these things are existing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
Let me add this, and y'all can respond. I said this before you got on here to Uncle Tahuti. During JJ debate, he brought out in the question and answering round. I feel like JJ won the question and answering round, the chin check session, but he said something about in the ninth dynasty, the kings were being called netters or something like
okay,
that. He said
okay.
something like that. I remember this just to get to the beings and literal beings and humans part. So Uncle JJ was saying that the kings of a specific dynasty were being called netters,
And they were.
and Uncle Reggie in his debate with Jabari, he said it was two dudes with netters in their name before netters was a thing. He brought that out in a debate. I ain't so I'm letting y'all know y'all are agreeing with each other when it comes to forces
Yeah.
and this unseen shit. But that's not the argument that Saul, Brother Tahuti with the snake, Uncle Reggie, and JJ is making. So if anything, yeah, y'all go ahead.
Nah, I feel you. I want you to finish your statement, but yeah, nah, I totally agree with you. Oh look, man, I'm rolling up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you
Yeah,
fuck with me.
definitely. And I wanna say something that is more so about JJ's stance. Let's be very clear. He's an Abrahamic. So when JJ frames it with the king having a title and are the Neteru real beings, he is alluding to the Neteru being actual people.
Right.
And
Well,
you can tell by the way he argues that he's just playing hot potato with whether they real beings in general as far as existence goes, or whether they're real beings as far as being human beings. And that's why I said when you use real beings, 99% of the lay audience gonna think you talking about a real person. They
So,
not gonna connect. Oh, they talking about energy forms. They not. That's not what they talking about.
I
We
mean,
know that.
but that's just JJ being 7,000. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's showing you how a real debater is supposed to debate, like whether if he believe that shit or not. He don't actually believe that, right? So but he's stepping up and showing you like, hey, a debater should be able to take any stance, negative or affirmative, regardless if it's your belief or not. You see what I'm saying? So I applaud him on that because a lot of people are afraid to do that, which is step outside of their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him actually do that quite a few times. So like, I mean, so I'm just giving him his flowers on that shit. But when it comes to like what we talking about, bro, like and just standing on the whole premise, it would benefit all of us to all agree that yeah, that they are people or persons or whatnot, especially if you are Abrahamic person. And the reason why I say that is because y'all got demigods and fucking Nephilims and shit. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should. That should be credible. You know what I'm saying? Within the realm of possibility or whatnot, and just from their own books and you know what I'm saying and whatnot. So I mean, it benefit both sides. You know, what you think about that, bro?
Give me like three. I'm about to come back.
No, I'm talking to Hootie.
Say that one more time.
I said it would benefit both sides if the netters are people and beings, seeing how most of the Abrahamic religions have demigods and you know Elohims and all type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It would behoove all of the motherfuckers to be like, yeah, the netters weren't real. Because if
Yeah,
they
definitely, and that's why I say real and not literal. And then another thing is too, like just for motivational purposes, it would be nice if they see that the Neteru are way more real than Abrahamic, um, pantheon.
well, yeah. I mean, no shot to them, but I mean, yeah, because I mean there are actual beings buried with the names of the Netherlands. You know what I'm saying? That means the shit was real at some point. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like at least we got some real shit. Like our shit's founded in concrete and bedrock. Y'all shit is up in the wind,
Right,
flapping
right,
around.
mixed with science, and that's the thing that makes it real, really real. The Neteru are really real because
Yeah.
science is involved.
And see, like when people hear us talk about guys like electromagnetism, they think we're talking about something else outside of African thought. Nope, no, we're not. It just have a Western. It has a Western approach to it. But what we talking about is most definitely you could find it in Ifa, you could find it in the Nile Valley system. Like I could sit there, like I honestly, and this is my own opinion. I believe Akhenaten was one of the first God is like light as electromagnetism people because that's his whole demo, his whole setup with a 10, with our 10 being the solar disk. You know what I'm saying? Like that, all of that is God is light as electromagnetism. Pre proto God is light as electromagnetism shit. You know what I'm saying? And at least that's how I envision it. You know what I'm saying? Him changing the worship of what was it, Amun to Aten. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro.
You talking about Aten, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aten pretty much that came into form because, or I would say Akhenaten used it to have everybody understand the principle,
Hmm.
and that brought about confusion, or not confusion but conflict.
And
So
I even wonder if Akhenaten reign was during the time of some type of great solar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? I already got it in the air, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if igniting time was actually you know what I'm saying, a time of a solar eclipse. Because when you look at the sign of I-10, it looks like an eclipse. The symbol looked like an eclipse, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's talking about the corona, the sun disk, the crown and the sun disk, and it's like you're able to actually see that shit when there's an eclipse. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, what if that's what they was actually
Uncle
trying to, you know what
Uncle
I'm saying?
JJ say, I'm in a meeting. I'll be ready in an hour. Tahuti, you not ready, sir.
Shit.
Oh my goodness. Hey, this is gonna be the only time we meet up on a live stream because I'm not debating with him, being that he flim flamming and doing all this crazy crap. I mean, the debate it was had twice already, man. Let's just move on. But I'll do him the favor and we can discuss it right here. I'll wait an hour.
There
You
you
know what I'm
go, Uncle
saying? I'll
JJ.
come back up, whatever the case may be.
Let me say
Oh,
this. Let me
okay,
let me
go ahead.
say this. Check this out. Uncle Tahuti, I think you are dead wrong on this, brother. I think you are dead wrong on this. I believe that our ancestors, when you ask a Christian, was Jesus literal?
Right.
He gonna say Uncle Larell.
They gonna say damn right.
When you ask a Muslim, was Muhammad literal? What are you gonna say, Uncle Larell?
Hell yeah.
When you ask a Muslim, is the Black Rock literal? Where is it? Don't they got it?
They got it.
They got it. They recreated that motherfucker. When you ask a Christian, is the cross real?
Right.
Hey, what they got around their neck? What's the most popular?
They do the little sign and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's the most popular chain? A cross. Like we can't. So I think if you saying that they not literal, then you romanticizing Egypt and you looking at it from a white point of view. You can't tell me our ancestors was playing make believe.
They was not.
No, they had all of this shit is what they
This shit
went
was
through, what they
said.
lived through. You gotta see a motherfucking falcon at action to want to put that on your head.
Well, yeah. You gotta understand the concept. Like the
We
fact.
we we
There's nothing.
know, we know,
There's nothing above the falcon but Ra.
we know it wasn't no goddamn falcon head nigga walking around this motherfucker.
Fuck nah.
But
It's
we
just
know for a fact them goddamn legs and feet real. We know what they trying to show us.
right.
So to play this, oh, they wasn't little. Nah, Uncle Tahuti, you get a little grace because imagine a preacher with a church saying, nah, none of this shit literal, gang. Nah, none of this shit literal, gang.
Right.
You gonna call that nigga the biggest scammer ever.
Right.
So how the fuck you got a shrine and you saying none of this shit in the Book of the Dead is literal? None of this shit on the walls is literal. None of the netters, none of the guards, none of the guards was literal. Hold up, so you telling me in the Bible, God ain't walking around in Genesis looking for Adam and Eve?
Nah, he walking around, bro.
So we gotta
he walking around, bro.
even Johnny come lately. Even Johnny come lately.
Yeah.
God is personified.
Yeah.
So we can't play these goddamn games, Uncle Tahuti. I think if you saying the literals are not literal, you thinking like the white man. I'm just being honest.
They
You
literal, bro.
you got the wrong cut. You didn't get the pure shit. For you to say, oh, these are not literal, or I'm about to argue against a damn falcon-headed person. Who the fuck will make that argument? I don't think nobody would say some dumb shit like that. You gotta know what we saying. And we and like I'm gonna say it again. If you ask a pastor, is Jesus literal? He gonna say you fucking right. He from Nazareth.
Yeah.
From Nazareth. So we gotta understand
That is
we ain't Nobody should make the argument that the ancient Egyptians thought that Heru really had a falcon on his head and he was walking around like that, and they believed that. Nope, nobody making that argument.
No.
They are saying these Heru saw said this shit was literal. This shit literally happened. The motherfucker, a Christian go say the Garden of Eden is literal.
Yeah,
Even though they can't find it right now.
No, I think this shit literal, and let me tell you why I think this shit literal. Like when you start going all off into the lore and they get to talk about the underworld and this, that, and the other. These bruh, do you see that shit they found under the pyramids? That shit go down like a mile and a half, bruh, and it go down into the caverns and shit. Nigga, it's a real underworld, nigga. They not lying. They not talking shit. The ancient Egyptians was not talking shit. There was a real place called the underworld, and you had to take your ass down through them temples and take the corridor down, and you go descend down into the earth. And
we actually do ourselves a disservice saying that the netters were not literal. Know what I'm saying?
Really
Hold on real quick. Let me address something real quick before y'all go on too far.
Uncle Tahuti, you got the flow.
Y'all going way too far.
I'm muting out.
Right after we all just sat up here and said that we agree with one another. So, and I said, hold on. Let me finish.
I said you and Uncle Larrell agree with each other. I ain't say me and you.
Okay, but at the same time, check this out. At the same time, check this out though. You saying that we all agree on the grounds that because the other side is not saying that the Netcheru are real people walking around, and I'm not saying that the Netcheru are real people walking around.
I didn't agree with nothing. I said you and
now
and
here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. When you on the other side trying to say that they literal in the sense that they real and they exist, but you then resort to talking about kings being deified after their lifetime and or during their lifetime, you then are trying to say that the Netcheru are now actual real people.
They are.
See what I mean?
Hold up.
Now we begin. That's why I say this debate don't need to be had either way.
One second. Did I say that, or I said JJ brought that out in his debate? Was I riding with that, or I said
I'm saying in general, you defended. You kind of saying that you said that I was dead wrong. You think that I was dead wrong based on the current conditions.
When I brought that out, I said you was dead wrong. Or did I say you was dead wrong when I just ran it 5 minutes ago? When did I say you was dead wrong?
You opened up with that. So just reinforce what I was dead wrong about.
Put some money on it. Let's put $100 on it. That I opened up the show when we first started talking, and I said you're dead wrong. Let's put some money on it. I said that right before I went off. Let's put some money on it, Uncle Tahuti.
Don't do that. So.
No, hold on. What I'm saying is, when you got the notification from JJ and you came back on after you went off, then you said I was dead wrong, and then start opening up on that dialogue. Going back, let me finish what I was trying to address, though. So, and that's what I'm saying. If we now saying that I'm now dead wrong, all because I say they not literal, but clarify that they are real instead of using the word literal in addition to them being figurative, again, I'm not dead wrong. I'm just using the word real instead of literal. And again, we all agree about the condition of the Netcheru, because the way y'all breaking it down is what I agree with.
Come on, Uncle Tahuti. How you gonna say we all agree if I just disagree with you? Go ahead, Uncle.
Because you only disagreeing on the grounds that I don't think a falcon is real. I don't think that the crowns was real. I don't think that all this. That's all you doing. All I'm saying is the Netcheru are figurative because you have added symbology to what is actually real.
So
All
who
That's
right,
he
all I'm
that's
saying.
not
who
that's not the
he saying?
case. Let me just say
So
this.
who
That's
this
not
is
the
what he's
case.
saying. He's saying this. Listen, he's saying that shit's real and that shit's literal because for the same reason why Jesus is real to the Christians and why Muhammad is real to the Muslims. Because this is our shit. This is ours. And it is just as real as anybody else's shit. That's what he's saying.
Facts. And you can't come with this Johnny come lately meta netta and think you know about some people 4,000 years ago. You don't know how the fuck they thought.
But that's still convoluting it again because I agree with everything you just said. I know, we all know that the Committee U took their divination and their spiritual sciences serious,
In the
just
mug.
like a Christian would or any Abrahamic would.
Sure did.
But we know that the argument wasn't on whether the Committee U took the Neteru seriously, like the Christians. We know the argument was whether they were literal. And again, like I said, 99% of the laymen would think that you would be referring to real beings if you use a combination of literal, actual, real,
All
and
right,
even
so I'm
beings.
saying real beings. I'm saying real beings. So that's our disagreement, all right? That's what we
Okay, but if
disagree
you
on.
saying okay, so if you saying real beings,
Human
are you
being.
saying real as in person, or does they just really exist?
Real as in people. Real as in
I
real.
have to
Now,
ask that
hold up. I'm not saying all the Netherers were people. No, I'm saying you can't make a definitive argument. It was both. You had Netters that were people, and then you had some superficial, like Uncle brought out shoot. You had some superficial shit, but then you had the real shit too. They believed they gods was literal, real. Nigga could do what God did in Genesis when he was walking around looking for Adam and Eve. Where the hell y'all at? You motherfuckers ain't naked no more. I'm saying, nigga, the ancient Egyptians believed that shit was real. And you can't come with this Johnny come lately translation and try to Romanize Egypt.
Hey, bro, my bad, but when you just said that shit, you made that shit sound hella sus. I gotta look at the God of the Bible in a whole different light now. That nigga said, where the hell they at? Nigga, they had, you was naked. Why the hell you want them niggas walking around naked in the first place? Fucking weirdo ass dude.
Uncle Tahuti, we gonna hear from you. Let's hear from Uncle Hercules because I know he didn't he we all been watching these damn. It's the same topic. Go ahead, Uncle Tahuti. I
Right,
mean
right.
Uncle Hercules. Uncle Hercules, you there? All right, go ahead, Uncle Tahuti. Uncle Tahuti, we clear.
Can
I'm
can y'all
saying,
hear me?
all
One,
right,
two,
go
one,
ahead,
two.
Uncle Hercules.
You can hear me?
You got the flow.
Oh, hey, what's going on, fam? Yo, so for me, I mean, it's we get caught up in this economy, and again, that's a Western way of looking at it, and whether it's real or literal, it has to be this way or the other. It has to be either or, and I would argue that's the Western way of looking at it. I would say it is both. They're both literal and both figurative at the same time. Because the only reason I would say that is because when Cheikh the Diop said that if you truly want to understand the Kemetic culture, you got to look back inwards at the rest of the Africa, inner Africa, look at the cultures of the other civilizations, and you will understand it. So when you're looking at other civilizations like Vundun and the Bintu and the Bantu and Ewe and all these other guys, it's the same thing. They also had a literal and figurative. So it's both. It's not just, what I'm saying, it's like mathematics. It's like a number. Is a number actually real? What I'm saying? Can you touch the number seven? You can't touch the number seven.
Oh,
But
you
we
just did that shit,
represent
cuz.
it. You can represent the number seven. It is an actual real thing that represents, that can be represented in our universe. And so I would say for them, dependent, because it is going to depend. Because the same thing as today, certain priests and certain bishops, or whether you go to Christian or whether Islam, they have more knowledge about their religion than the average person. Same thing with the Batalaos and the priests and the sages of Kemet. They had more knowledge than the average person, the average farmer, the average beer maker, smith and stuff like that. So they understood the universe from a I would say a figurative point of view, and whereas you had the layman, the regular person, understood it as a literal point of view. You know what I'm saying? So then, and you had, so it'll be the same thing. And that's why when you look at the Netaru's, when they talk about the Netaru's, they put, saying, the animal figures on them, the animal heads on them. They're trying to represent something. What are they trying to represent? What are they trying to tell us? You know what I'm saying? These weren't actually real human beings walking around, but they represent a element in the universe that's a real element in the universe, like gravity. We know gravity is real, but how do you represent gravity? You know what I'm saying? How do can you touch gravity? No, we can't touch it. We can't see it, but we know it's real. You know what I'm saying? So for me, this argument, I don't argue, they were literal. I would say it's both, because you can represent it as both. You can represent it as a figurative, and you can represent it as literal. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. That's all I wanted to say, man. I just wanted to drop that.
Let me address it real quick. And just like I said when we first opened up, before everybody came on, it was just me and Wavy. I said I put together a presentation that had both Africana scholars and Egyptologists saying that the Neteru were symbolic, right? And now here we are, we can't get people to agree with that fact. And it's just ironic that you with Mansa Hercules, you say it's literal and figurative at the same time. And that's what I've been saying. I just prefer to use the word real because literal has a more stricter definition of it on it. You see what I'm saying? And again, you did bring up the fact that they were confusing real and literal just so they could continue on and advance the argument. And that's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's
All right,
what
hold on. Who is they? Who is they? You talking about the debaters, or you saying just
yeah,
now?
that's what he's talking about.
Let me say this. So when we talking about the Uncle Tahuti, the netters were also the gods, right?
So the Neteru were
Not the
sacred
Neteru,
principles.
not the Neteru,
The
the
what?
netter.
The who? The netter.
Now I put an S on it. That's the title of the debate.
So,
It's not the Neteru. That's not in the title.
But
but
that's
the
the same
Neteru
thing.
would be the correct way of saying netter in plural form or netter in plural form. But I get what you're saying. You said,
Okay.
are the netters gods? That's what you're asking.
Or can the netters be gods?
So the Neteru cannot be God in the European sense. It can't be it, and Africana scholars like Jacob Carruthers, Infandiji, Jehudimus, they're explicit in saying that. That's why Sa Neter brought and called up Infandiji multiple times on while he was live to explain that. And that's another thing we keep forgetting before the debate even started, and that's why it ventured over suspiciously to being literal and figurative at the same time after the debate, because it wasn't that way to begin with.
All right,
But
so
that's
look, you
indication that
can
we
hold
correct.
up. You conceded to my point by saying not in the European way. So you saying in the African way, yes. Y'all see how you just conceded to my point, then just start talking about something else?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that? All right, so Uncle
Nah,
Tahuti.
nobody's saying that. They just saying that because you the host.
I
Trust
mean,
me, they don't see that.
I asked you a simple question, and you said no, not in the European way. So that means yes in the African way, which what we are talking about right now. We're not talking about a European nothing. I said if you
Nah, that
think
don't make sense because after I said no, not in the European way, I clarified that Infandishi and Africana scholars
he
teach
said that
us that the
Infadici said the
Neteru are
netters
not
were literal.
gods.
Infadici said the netters were literal.
Trust
He
me,
don't agree. He don't
he's
agree with you. He don't agree with you.
he say literal in the real sense. That's what I'm saying. That's where the confusion
He
comes to
nah.
play.
Uncle Reggie asked him were they literal or real. He said they was both. They were literal and they were real. And then
Okay,
another
so
day,
that's agreeing with where I come from.
hold up. Another day, Uncle Reggie went back and asked him, "Are the netters literal?" And Infodici said yes. And he said, "I told Jabari that they were literal too. I told both of y'all the same thing." That's what happened, brother. So we caught up, you know what I'm saying, on Infodici. But let me get back to my point. So in the African way, yes, the netters could be gods. That's what you said, my brother. Right, Uncle Tootie?
Nah.
All right, so can't no god be a netter? Is that a, is that a yes?
No, because the link the two is actually indicative of your accusation. So to
I'm
link God
asking
and
it's a
nature
yes or
is
no
you being
question. A
Eurocentric while
yes or
you
no.
calling me neurocentric for not saying that they literal.
It's a yes or no question.
I already answered it.
Can a
The
god can
Neteru
a
are not gods. The Neteru are not gods.
can,
They are divination. They are principles, sacred principles,
this is my
right?
question.
And they are real
This is
in
my
the
question.
fact that
This is
these
my
sacred
question.
principles exist in
All right,
nature.
this is my question. Can a god be a netter?
And that's what I'm saying. Now you layering and confusing the questions. I already said
Hey,
no,
y'all
so
see
it
what's
can't be the
going
other way
on?
around.
Hey,
It
y'all
can't be
see
the other way
somebody
around in
is
the
running.
question form. That's
Somebody
I
confusing.
running.
mean, what is your
Oh
definition
yeah.
of a god?
Yeah, there you go.
A person that's on the hieroglyphs.
No, no. So
All right,
again, I
hold up.
mean,
Let me ask that question. Since we got that, can a person on the hieroglyphs, a male, Uncle Sahudi, be a netter?
Representation, yes, but not a actual person. So I'm gonna answer to the answer to your question is no because you said actual person based on hieroglyphs.
Got you. I got you. All right, I'm done, man. Y'all got the float.
and yeah. So I would agree. I mean, Jesus Lover just popped up. I just want to say this real quick, and I'll let Jesus Lover go. That you say, but I agree, man. I mean, we have to look at it not from the a Western perspective. We have to look at it from an African perspective of how they looked at it and how they saw and viewed the universe. I think that's one of the things that we're confusing. We're confusing the Western world view of the universe and the African world.
I don't think nobody is confusing that. Like you got the right crowd up here. We all black first. I don't think nobody is doing that.
I mean, if people run around saying that they're literal and they're not figurative, and then people run around saying they're figurative and they're not literal, again, you're using a Western binomial perspective, trying to choose either or. That's a Western perspective. That is
That's
not
a
African.
fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. Now look, Uncle Tahuti not doing that. I'm damn sure not doing that because I called that out before you got on the panel. Nobody's doing that. We all
Right,
clear
right,
here.
right, right, right.
We ain't let no white ain't no cracker touch the mic. Ain't no cracker touch the mic yet. Ain't no house nigga. Ain't no house nigga touch the mic yet. We all black first right here.
Oh God.
Word, word,
So
word.
it's I'm going, I'm saying what Uncle Reggie is saying. I'm saying what Uncle Tahuti with the snake is saying. I'm saying what Uncle Lasar is saying. That the netters were beings, were people.
Yeah,
We
but
not saying all of them. We not
Reggie don't believe in that
hold up.
spiritual stuff.
One second. We not saying all of them. We saying they were netters that were beings. They were netters that were gods. And all of the superficial, unseen shit that y'all trying to talk about. We saying once you try to put that superficial shit, no, this is the literal, and this is what a netter was. I'm saying the ancient Egyptians ain't think like that. I'm done.
All right, Jesus lover, what's good? Jesus lover, what's good, fam?
Jesus
Oh,
lover, he from
good man.
Africa. Jesus stole from Africa, but he don't know. He say he don't know what we talking about. King, what's goody? Let's give us your drop. We got Tahuti in the
Peace,
building
peace,
still.
peace. What's good? What's good?
Naga in the building, world in the
Already.
building.
Hey, but I feel like I believe the netter rule were all literal in the sense that Ra, the literal sun, the sun literally exists. You know what I'm saying? And so on
Hmm.
and so
Hmm.
forth. It's like they all literally and function as what
Hmm.
definition because the divine being it states something that exists. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is to be a human, not the only form of being. So even if we're talking about the Nile flood happened, Nile actually existed before Nile flood is a literal being. Ma'at was literally balance. We know balance is real. We know it exists because we find duality throughout the universe.
Hmm.
Not cold, good, bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just my take on it.
Right, right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
All right,
Literal is
let me ask y'all this: was
G,
Hey Reuben and Uncle Larrell? Y'all can answer this, and Uncle Hercules, you can answer this. Was Hey a god,
hey, Ru was a man. He
and he
was
got deified? Oh, let me go ahead, Reuben. You
Haru
got
was
to
the
mute your
man.
mic.
Haru is the crown prince. Haru,
Unmute your mic, Reuben. Was Hey a
Yeah,
god, Uncle Hercules? And
yeah, he
I
was the
mean,
god king.
in the lit-
yeah, it was like a demigod, I would say,
Yeah,
like
god king.
something like that.
all right, Uncle Hercules, what you said?
He's a mutant. A superhuman.
and I mean, and I guess I mean, like from the African point of view, as like the definition of a god. What is a god?
We ain't even
I
gotta
mean,
play
for
Uncle
them,
Hercules. Listen. You are
Superhuman.
I'm
not.
not playing
Hold up,
because
hold up,
you
hold up, hold up, hold up. You been gone too
we got to
long.
be real
Hold
with it.
up,
You got to
hold
be
up,
real
hold
with it,
up,
man.
hold up. You been
You got to
gone.
be
Hold
real.
up. You been gone too long. This ain't. This ain't that. I promise you, it ain't that. We all gonna think. We all on the same page over here. You been talking to I don't know who too long. You been gone too long. So what I'm saying is when I say something, when somebody say something, we know what we talking about. Ain't nobody trying to trip nobody up. This ain't that. So
I
if
know it ain't that.
Heru is a sky god, we ain't gotta say, well, what type of god are we talking? Are we using white people? Brother, we gotta cut that shit out. This ain't that. Over here, we black first. We know what's going on. We don't this ain't no Hebrew shuffle. We ask straight questions. So we ain't gotta go into no dictionaries when we talking. When we say a god, we know what we talking about. So if Heru was a sky god, was Heru a netter? That's my next question.
Yeah, hey, Ru was a netter. He had willpower and force. That makes him a netter. The wielder of power and force. That makes you a netter.
Uncle
All,
Tahuti, I asked you earlier, can gods be netters? And you said no, right?
of course they can.
Did I just pop your top, Uncle Tahuti?
Nah, because right after you said you wasn't trying to confuse people, you know that in the very um fabric of African spirituality, they teach that the Netcheru are not gods, they're sacred principles. So you cannot at any time try to ask if the Netcheru are God and then have somebody else say yeah in the African sense and then come back and ask me later, did I not trip you up about the Netcheru and the God? So let me say this about Haru since you
I
brought
never
Haru up.
said you tripped me up, brother. Why
I
you
feel
keep
you. Let
doing?
me talk about
You
Haru
ain't
since
talking
y'all
to
brought up
no
Haru though.
disingenuous person, brother. lumping arguments and shit. Like we could talk regular. Was Heru a netter? Yes or no?
A netter.
Heru was a Neteru or a Netcher, but not a god.
He was a netter.
You how much you want to bet he was a god? Let's just throw 20 on it. And then we're gonna get Hercules to Google it.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. See, you know I just said, and Hercules just talked about it too. We just got through saying that the Neteru are separate from gods.
God is power,
and here you are trying to bet $20.
I never said that they were the same thing or synonymous with each other. I said gods can be netters. Are you not listening?
Netter is power and force. Netter is power and force.
You said no. You said no, Uncle Hercules.
Yeah.
I'm saying netter.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Netter is power and force.
Go ahead, Lorel. Go.
Netter is power and force. Anybody who wields power and force is netter. Is acting as netter. Is netter. You see what I'm saying? It is power and force. Go look it up.
Uncle Hercules, since you ain't been here so long, hold up. Uncle Hercules, you ain't been here so long, you might forgot where you was at. Google was Heru a netter, and then come back and talk right.
Okay, but you specifically asked, is Heru a god? And now you switched it up to ask if he a netter.
And you can Google that too and lose your money.
Hold up. Yo, so again, the definition of a netter is not power and force. It is a divine principle. It is a force of nature.
You say a who? Hold on. You say a what?
The definition of netter.
You say a force of what?
It is a force of nature.
You said a force, right? So I said power and force.
No, you said power. You said power and force.
Yeah, that's because netter is power.
So that's not the same thing. Wait, let me finish. Okay.
Netter is power and force, and you just admitted that it's a force.
The thing is,
I'm just saying.
The thing is, okay, I understand, but the thing is this: that in the Western world, the word of God is not the same as netter, because a god.
Who made that argument?
Which one?
What you just said right now? Because Uncle Tahuti said the same thing. Who said that the God and netter is the same thing? Who made that argument?
You're using the term interchangeably.
When did Uncle
you just said it's Heru.
If I'm asking,
you said it's Heru a god. You said it's Heru a god.
Hold up.
Did you not say that?
Uncle Lorel.
Did you not say that?
Hold up.
No, did you not say that?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Wait. You didn't say it's Heru a god?
Was my question, can a god be a netter, or was my question, is netter and God the same thing? What was my question?
Nah, you asked about netters, bro.
You asked about Heru.
Can a god be a netter? That was my original question.
You said
before I even brought up Heru. When did I argue God and netter is the same thing? When did I argue that?
Wavy, the point I'm trying to make.
Give me the timestamp.
Wavy, that's not the thing. The point is that they're not the same thing. They're not the same.
Give me the timestamp when I made that argument.
Okay, Wavy. But look, when you say can they be the same thing, you still implying that they are when somebody says no.
When I said that, give me the timestamp.
You asked the question no.
Give me the timestamp when I said that.
Okay, there is no. You didn't say it. You didn't say it. But you keep using the word God.
I said, can a god be a netter?
No.
Uncle Reuben. Is me saying can a god be a netter saying God and netter is the same thing? Is that the same question?
No, I think both ain't that saying the same thing though.
So let's argue me straight up, please. That's all I'm asking. Let's argue me straight up.
Well, that's what we're saying. Don't try to box us in the close-ins and the answers if you want us to be clear.
Was Heru a god? Yes or no?
No.
You keep using God. You keep using the word God.
Everybody, What you mean? We know what we talking about,
No, there's just two distinct things, man. That's what I'm trying
brother.
to explain to
You're
you.
not talking to white
Listen,
people.
if you Google it, you have to do your due diligence and ask: is
We don't
Neteru
gotta, brother,
God, or is
my
Haru a
Google,
Neteru or a God? You can't
my
just ask if it's a God because it's gonna say yes.
oh,
Same
so
thing. If
so
you
you know you wrong then, right? You know you wrong.
Nope,
So
nope.
this
Let's read
based
it.
on
Let's
Google.
read it in Google.
So if you so think about it,
Let's read it.
if you accusing us of being Eurocentric, and then you go to
Yes,
Google and use that as a standard of veracity, who do you
Hey,
think is being Eurocentric?
brother. I'm saying you being Eurocentric by thinking our ancestors didn't believe in they gods how the Christians believe in this goddamn cross. That's what I'm saying. You being Eurocentric by thinking, oh nah, that was play. The walls, the pyramid text, the goddamn hurt the Heru, hurt the Peru, all this shit is mythology and goofy shit. You thinking like the European. No, our ancestors didn't think like that. We thought everything was straight up and down, goddamn it, and we knew what we was talking about when we was talking about it. That's how our ancestors looked at it. That's why I said you was thinking like a European. But
all
but
right.
but back to the but if we
You want me to share
Google, hold
my
up,
screen?
hold
Because
up,
I googled it. You want me to share my screen? Because I did Google it.
last thing, my last thing. If we Google was Heru a god, it's gonna say yes. If we Google was Heru a nutter, it's gonna say yes. So we call those. He said, "I'm trying to box him in." No, I'm asking you questions to see if you're gonna lie to me in person. Y'all got the flow.
I just Googled it, and it does say Heru is a divine figure in ancient Egyptian tradition, but functions differently from the omnipotent creator God of the Western monotheistic definition. So it's not the same thing.
Who? Nobody argued that last thing that you tried to add on. This is not a damn piggy. This ain't a damn piggy bank. Listen, this ain't no Uncle Hercules. This ain't no damn piggy bank. You asked it, was it a god? And the first three words out of your mouth after when you started off the definition, that's that we all know what we talking about, Uncle Hercules. Come on now. You ain't talking to no Hebrews or no wild people. This powerful bills only still.
Wavy, that's not wavy. What I'm trying to say is that they didn't
Rose
view it the
gold,
same
rose
way as
gold.
they view it.
Come on,
That's all.
man.
That's all I'm trying to say.
We all know that they didn't view it the same way as the European. Did I make that argument? Can I get a timestamp?
But you cannot. Then you cannot say that is he a god
No,
because that
we
is a
no
Western
no
concept.
we not about to
That's a Western concept.
we not about to principle God when we wanna. No, this ain't that. We ain't principling
Nah,
words.
that's a
Hold
Western
up, hold up,
concept,
hold
though.
up,
You have
hold
to
up,
admit
hold up,
that's
hold
a
up, hold
Western
up, hold
concept,
up.
bro.
Just because you know a little Swahili and you might know the African word for God, don't mean shit. We know what we say when we say these words that are. Do you understand? The words, man. Come on, Uncle Hercules, man. You come on, Uncle Hercules. You've been arguing with the mother niggas too long, man. You this powerful bills only. You coming correct only.
Yo.
So look, when you Google
Yeah,
was
I'm about
Heru a
to go eat.
god, it's gonna say yes, he was a sky god. When you Google was Heru a nutter, it's gonna say yes, he was a nutter. So that's why I say, Uncle Tahuti, I don't think you want to get in the ring. Well, that's why I say you are awfully wrong on the way you look at, you know what I'm saying, our ancient frameworks and mind frame. You got the flow, Uncle Tahuti.
But I'm saying that would still kind of be subjective and kind of confusing based on the latter, because we just went through a whole spell of how we all agree and we pretty much saying the same thing. But now when you ask about God and Haru, you think I'm dead wrong and stuff like that, even though we know what we talking about when we up here. Like we
When
got to
did
be
I
real. We
ever
got to be
agree?
honest,
Give me the
man. Let's be
timestamp.
honest, man.
Give me the timestamp where I agree with you on your understanding of the netters. Give me the timestamp where I agree with you, please.
I'm not talking about specifically you. I'm talking about me, Laurel, Ruben. We talking about everybody. We talking about the only person who's the odd person out is JJ because it's still suspect on whether he think the Netcheru were actually people with falcon heads walking around. JJ is the
I don't
only
think
odd
JJ that
man out
slow.
because that's my stance. So
I
that's
don't
my
think
stance.
I
That's
don't
my
think.
stance. And that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Y'all
my
know
bad, my
my
bad, my
stance
bad. Hold
already,
up, my
but
bad.
y'all still trying to
Give me your stance
continue
again.
on.
Give me your stance again.
So my stance is if we are so first, I'm gonna just say it one last time. The Netcheru are figurative and real. Now, if you gonna use the word literal and real interchangeably, then yes, I agree. But you do have to look at the definition of literal and understand that the definition itself is devoid of any additional symbology, metaphors, titles, and stuff like that. And that's the only reason why I chose real over literal. That's the only reason. So outside of that, if you don't think Haru is a falcon head and a real person walking around, we all agree.
This right here says in the meta netter, which is the ancient Kemetic language, literally translated as divine words or words of power. The term netter, often written as netter or netcher, right, or plural or netteru, is frequently translated in Western frameworks as God or deity. However, within Kemetic cosmology and Afrocentric spiritual science, such as the teaching formalized by Ra Amen Nefer, a traditional Kemetic philosophy, Neter does not refer to an anthropomorphic being in the skies, but rather to dynamic, functional forces, natural law, and divine powers that structure the universe. The word Neter directly translates to power, force, and natural principle through several core metaphysical mechanisms. The etymological root. The root of netter is closely linked to the Coptic word nort or not, meaning force, strength, or power. Etymologically, it is also the direct linguistic root of the modern word nature. Self renewal. In the ancient Kemetic grammar, the glyph netter is often represented by a wrap by a wrapped flag on a pole, symbolizing a sacred standard, representing a principle that has internal power to generate, sustain, and renew itself. Therefore, a netter signifies creative life force in action, force in action, the underlying power that causes a seed to sprout, planets to orbit, and other living bodies to metabolize energy, right? And we'll get into what those things are, right? In the metadata spiritual science, reality is understood as dual manifestation, force and form. Netter is force and power, the unmanifested, latent, or active spiritual energy vibration that drives all phenomenon. Form, physical being, the temporary container or physical vessel through which a netter operates. I'm going to read that again. It says, in the meta netter, the spiritual science, reality is understood as a dual manifestation of force and form. Netter equals power and force, the unmanifest, latent, or active spiritual energy, the vibration that drives all phenomena. Form, physical being, the temporary container or physical vessel which the netter
Uh oh.
operates. For instance, Shu is not simply the god of
Uh oh.
air. Shu is the expansive force of atmospheric pressure
Uh
and
oh.
breath.
Uh oh.
Ra is the sun god. Ra is the raw cosmic life force, radiating heat and
Uh oh.
solar energy,
Uh oh.
driving the universe. The Neptune right. So
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
like
hold
like
on. Let me ask this question.
this is all God is like light as electromagnetism
All right,
shit.
hold on. Let me ask this question. Uncle Tahuti, was a saw and a set literal?
And that's what I'm saying. Even after answered the
Man,
question, they explain my stance. You gonna just narrow it back to
yes,
literal. They
And you
were
be
real.
running. You be running.
That's not running.
You be
I'm
running.
right here.
All right, so
They
let me
real,
ask you this.
but they
Hold
not
up. I got a
literally
better question.
beings.
I got a better
Yeah,
question.
ask
I
that.
got
Dress that up.
hold up. I
Clean
got a
that up a
better
little
question.
bit.
I got a better question for you because you ran from that. Did the ancient Egyptians believe that a saw and a set were literal people?
No, they didn't think that they were literal people.
Prove it. Prove it.
shit,
Prove it. Give me the source.
shit,
Give me the source.
Just the same way. Just ask that in Google the same way you asked that.
Give me the
That's
source.
what I'm saying.
This is why I say give me the source. Cause
But
So
you
hold
know,
on. So you asking for sources? Let me
man.
list them sources.
Hold up. 1 second. 1 second.
no, but Tahuti, but you know, Africans venerate they
Watch
ancestors.
this. Watch
Like,
this.
and that's you trying to say what they were doing wasn't the veneration of their own
Watch
ancestors?
this. Watch this. This
No,
the
that's not
reason.
what I'm trying to do.
Give me one
What are
second,
you
Uncle
saying
Tahuti,
then?
please.
What I'm saying is, since he asked me if the committee you believe that Asar and our set were real people, I said no. So through that, you can venerate your ancestors, even though they not real people, because now they are gone and deceased. So now you have to venerate your ancestors through memory. So they venerate
Alright. So
Asar
look, this
through
hold up.
memory, and they use physical entities as a vessel, like
Hold up, Uncle
statues.
Saw. Hold up, Uncle Tahuti. So look, this is what I'm saying, y'all. In Genesis, you ask a Christian, hey, was Adam and Eve literal? Hell yeah, that's the first of us. You ask them, was God literal? Hell yeah. Nigga, he got the whole world in his hands. Oh, he got hands. What I'm saying is we can't play these games. He would say Heru is not a person, but Heru was personified as a man with legs. So you don't know what they thought because we going by what we see, and what we see is a motherfucking man. When we say a saw and a set, we know that's man and woman, gang. You want to play these goddamn fairy tale. Hold
Right,
up, I'm
gang, but
almost
listen
done.
up.
I'm almost done. It's cutting. It's hurt. I know it's stinging. I'm almost done. You want to play these fairy tale games when in reality, the ancient Egyptians even gave gender to these goddamn gods. We gotta stop playing these goddamn games, brother.
Right, you're right. We gotta stop playing these games, because we know when you give gender to things and then you attach other things to it outside of its actual literal state, then it becomes something that's figurative and extra, more than what y'all try to do with these questions by asking me if it's a person. When you use personification, you're admitting that it's no longer a person, and you're trying to make it convoluted just because you use the term
Give me the
personification.
timestamp. Give me the time.
So,
Hold up,
and
mute
see,
out
that's
real
what I'm
quick.
saying. You asking for
Hold up,
timestamps
cause
now.
you
You
ain't,
said what you
hold
know
up,
what you
brother. You
said.
making stuff up. You making stuff up.
I'm
Give me
not
the
making stuff up.
timestamp.
I'm just not saying it verbatim.
Hold up.
I don't have to say it
I got it
verbatim
for you.
because I don't have to
Give me the
memorize it.
timestamp. Give me the timestamp where I'm arguing about Heru having a falcon head in real life. Give me the timestamp where I said that. You can't argue with me straight up.
So nobody said that you said Falcon with a real head. I said a real person. We on the SAR. You didn't say anything about Haru. You said you talking about Asar. You asked me, and the timestamp. You want the timestamp? The timestamp should be an hour 29 minutes flat. It should be the timestamp. You asked me if Asar was a real person, and after we just all talked about what we talked about, when I said no, you thought you was slicing me up, all because you brought up the word personification. We know when we look at these Neteru and we read about the Neteru, and it gives us details about vessels. Vessels. we know that it's not literally the person, but they're talking about again the force, the natural forces and phenomenon that exist in the universe. That's why I said Haru is a good example, because Haru is not only the personification of a king, but Haru is also a falcon. In pre-dynastic times, it was a lion. It's
Was a
also
saw another?
symbolism. Hold on, it's also
Was a
hold
saw
on. Let me
another?
finish. Haru was also symbolic for
Haru was a
heroism,
netter.
and it's also the word for day. So now, when you have all those attributes tied to one principle or one title, it can no longer be just literal. It has or a person. Now it's embodiment of all things. So when you ask me, is Haru a person? The answer is no, because it's more than just a person, right?
But
And
Haru had legs.
when I say it's
But he
more than
had
just a
legs.
person, so no, it did not have legs. It did not walk around. It did not have a falcon head. Because if you
Who
talking
argue?
about if
Hey, y'all,
Haru,
y'all see it? Y'all see
hold
it?
on. If you're gonna argue if
That
Haru has
hey, he want
legs,
to argue with
hold
fourth
on.
graders. This is
If you're gonna
powerful bills
ask if
only.
Haru,
This powerful bills only. He want to argue with fourth
if you're
graders.
gonna ask if Haru has
Hey, this
legs,
powerful bills
then
only.
you're
He want
gonna
to argue
match
with
it.
fourth graders.
You're gonna match it with the fact that it has a falcon head, because it's not depicted as a person without the falcon head.
Brother,
You don't know Haru is Haru
brother,
as a person without the falcon head.
symbolic. That's symbolic. He
Exactly.
has a
Haru is
gender.
symbolic.
He
Again,
has
you
a
just now
gender.
you're conceding.
He
It
has
has
no
a gender
conceding.
because it's symbolic of a
Conceding.
man.
Concede.
It's
All
symbolic
right,
of a
hold up,
masculine
Uncle Tootie.
principle.
Hold up. Let me rock. You got to echo. Give me a second. Let me rock. Concede never, brother. You're the wrong one. But by you gotta listen. By him having legs, we know that's a man. Now, when I cut you off and asked was a saw a netter, I'm just digging deeper and showing that you don't know what a netter is. That's all I'm showing. Uncle Larrell, was a saw a netter? King, was a saw a netter?
Yeah.
Uncle Tahuti, was a saw a netter?
Yeah, but not a god and not a person.
I got you. So hold up. So he wasn't a person, but he had a gender. Wasn't he a man?
Right. He is symbolic, just like you said, is symbolic of a man.
So
You already said the word symbolic, so you conceded. That's why I
I'm
said
not
you conceded,
conceding
because
to
you said
nothing.
it's symbolic
I'm
of a
saying
man.
stop
That's what
bringing up a
personification is.
falcon head. Stop bringing up a falcon head. That's symbolic.
Okay,
We
but
ain't talking
when you
about
bring
his
up
leg. His
legs,
legs ain't
the
symbolic.
legs are symbolic,
No,
are
them
part
legs
of the
ain't. They
symbology.
thought that's what that
The
was. They
yes,
thought they knew he was a
this the
man.
leg.
They knew he was a man.
Anytime you depict, or the committee you depicted Heru in man form, it was always with the falcon head or something extra other than him
Y'all hear
just
how
being a
crazy he
man.
sound?
That
Hey,
don't
look.
sound crazy. That
Hey,
sound
look.
right
Hey,
on
look.
time.
Hold up. Mute out
I
for me. Let me
disagree,
say
right?
this, Uncle
Because
Ariel. You got the flow. That's like us finding a football trophy. That's like people 2,000 years from now finding a damn football trophy and thought we all was born with a helmet on our head and some big ass shoulder pads. They thought we all had. They gonna think we had big. Hold up, brother. Hold up, because Uncle Ariel got to go after me. You got to echo. Give me 1 second. That's like 2,000 years from now. Motherfuckers seeing a football trophy and saying, "Oh, them people back in the day had a helmet on. They were born with helmets. They were born with a face guard and big old shoulders." That's what he's saying right now. But hold up, Uncle Tahuti. Let's hear from Uncle Ariel. You got the flow.
okay, so I want y'all to understand this, right? So it's saying when netter is applied to human consciousness and spiritual development in the metadata system, it refers to the activation of Shakim or Sekim is divine power aspect of the spirit, the actualized ability to direct energy and force events to conform to the cosmic law Ma'at, to say human realizes, to say a human realizes their nature means that they are no longer operating solely through ego or physical effort, but are channeling unrestricted divine force through alignment and natural law. Right. So
Uh,
when one is acting or being netter or is exerting power and force, they are netter. They are the netter because they become one with this by channeling this unrestricted divine force through the alignment and natural law that makes them one and the same with being netter. That's what I'm saying. It says in the meta netter means power and force because it defines the universe as a not as a collection of static objects, but as a vast matrix of interconnected, self-organizing, energetic forces.
Hey, Uncle
Right?
Tahuti, you
right,
said Asar
correct.
wasn't a god?
I said Asar was not a god. He is a netcher.
Man, hey, we can't listen to nothing you say today. Your ass been lying all goddamn. Your
And
ass
you
been
see what
lying
I'm
for.
saying? You trying to trap
I
me
Google
in.
it.
You
Anybody
trying to
Google it.
trap me in.
Anybody Google it.
That's crazy
Anybody
work
Google
right
it.
there.
My hands right here.
That's we are. Hold on, Mansa Hercules already stated his point. He already read it off of. He probably uses Genesis or Gemini AI. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You only bring up Google when y'all want to. I asked y'all several times to bring up Google, and y'all didn't. But
When?
it's all good, man.
When?
You need the time. You gonna watch this, and you
Yes,
gonna
give me the
dang. There's a
time. Give me the
timestamp. There's a stamp.
timestamp. Give me the timestamp where you asked me to look up something and I didn't do it. Give me the timestamp.
All right, I'll give you the timestamp. Obviously, I can't do it right now. You know
Cause you
that's a
know,
far fetched
goddamn, you
challenge in real
freestyling.
time while I'm on
You
live.
probably been arguing with five. You probably been arguing with a lot of people today, and now you trying to bring that to powerful bills only, and you gonna get chopped. Now, Uncle Larell or
That's what
Ruben,
I'm
did y'all
saying.
Google
Hold
was
on, I'm
Asar?
getting
Did
chopped.
y'all Google was
Hold on,
Asar a
how am I
god?
gonna get chopped
Did y'all
if
Google was Asar a
we?
god? Ruben or Uncle Larell? We need a tie. We need a tiebreaker. I'm saying he was. He's saying he wasn't. Can we get a tiebreaker? Was Asar a god?
Was a Sora god?
Or a Neteru? Google it correctly. Was Asar a
Brother,
god
no,
or a
no, no.
Neteru?
I had no, brother.
See,
We
and
going.
that's what I'm
Hey, stop
saying. You don't
running.
want to,
Stop running. Stop running. Stop running.
even
We
though
going off of. We
you
going.
know
Stop
that's
running. Stop
gonna
running.
mean
Stop
something.
running.
That's not.
Stop
How is
running.
that running?
Stop running.
I'm
We going off
still
of my.
here. How is
Stop
that
running.
running?
I asked you a simple
That's
question.
me
Stop running.
controlling
Stop
context.
running. Stop running. I
Controlling
asked you a simple.
context is not
Stop
running.
running. Stop
That's
running.
crazy
I
how
asked
you
you a
making
simple
narratives.
question. I asked
That's
you a
okay.
simple question. Stop running. I asked you a simple question. You said no, and I said you lying. Now, Uncle Larell, we need to know, was Asar a god? Not that extra shit he added. I asked him a simple question. Now we gonna ask Google a simple question.
Right. And I said when you ask Google something, you
Uh-oh.
embodying your own argument by using a Eurocentric
This
source
nigga,
to define
this nigga been
African
lying.
things.
This nigga been
There
lying
we
for an
go.
hour.
Using a Eurocentric source to define African
Hold up.
things, but yet I'm the
Didn't
one being
Asar judge?
Eurocentric
Didn't Asar judge the
by my
souls? Ain't
stance
that
on the
what a god?
Neteru.
Didn't Asar judge the souls? Ain't that what a god do?
That's what gods do.
See, Uncle Tahuti, I don't know what meta you been reading, but that damn Wallace Cracker Budge, he done fucked up our minds and made them European.
I know that's funny, but you don't even know what metanet. How you gonna not know what metanetra I read and
I'm talking
then
shit.
accuse me of reading a
I'm
certain
talking
type of
shit,
metanetra, bro? That's
I'm talking
crazy,
shit,
bro.
I'm talking shit, I'm talking shit.
He just talking shit, cuz. That shit was funny though. Shit was funny.
So it say he was a god and he had a son?
Right.
Oh, hold on. He was a man? See, we gotta stop playing. And you think our ancestors didn't believe these were actually?
And he had a wife.
Say it again.
He had a wife,
Come on.
sister, and
Come on.
shit.
And he's green. So thanks for bringing that up. He's green
He
too, so
wasn't-
don't
he-
forget that.
brother,
He had
brother,
two
that's-
legs
Hey,
and he's
hey,
green.
Hold up.
But
Hey,
that's symbolic, right? You gonna tell me
Hey,
that's
Ruben.
Are
symbolic,
you
right?
saying
Hey,
Okay,
Ruben,
yeah.
you caught that? Hey,
there's no
Ruben, you
people?
caught that?
Are you saying it's impossible for humans to be born with green skin? That's
Hey,
what you're
Ruben,
saying.
you
Case
caught that?
closed. Yeah, but okay, so
Are you
you
saying?
know if
Are you
a
saying
baby,
Hey,
hold on.
not be
You
born?
know if a baby is born with greenish marks on their skin, they not going to grow up to
Hey,
be a whole entire green man.
hey,
Let's be for
Uncle
hey,
Uncle
realistic,
how
Uncle
do you
bro.
know?
Tahuti. Uncle Tahuti, this
You
powerful
know, so
bills
that,
only. What you about to say, Ruben? Oh, you caught that? He brought up the green skin instead of addressing this nigga being a man and being a god.
uh,
How we go there?
Hold on. If you doing an overall analysis of what
We
you
know
see in
they
front of
was
your
black.
face and
We
you
know
going to
they
say
was black.
somebody
yeah,
is a real man
We
yeah.
and
know
you
they
see
was
that they
black.
green, you know
We know
you
nah
going to
nah
say
nah
that,
nah.
well, we
Ain't
got to
nobody on
question
the
if it was a
panel.
real man because it was green.
Everybody on
Case
the
closed,
panel,
brother.
everybody on the panel agreed that the ancient
green,
Egyptians was black. You can't pull that with us.
right?
You can't pull that with us.
Right, but if you see him depicted as green and you going off of what you depicting, you cannot rule out the fact that you see green. And you
Yes, no,
know to
nobody,
show you
no,
that it's symbolic.
nope.
Yes, while the committee you were black, this here is a symbology, which is why they depict Asar as green. And the fact that they depict him as jet black and other text and steles means that he is symbolic. A man cannot be two different colors at the same time.
All right, you got
Case
nobody,
closed.
nobody making none of those arguments that you trying to run. You trying
Okay,
to
so if
hold
you're
up,
not
hold up,
making
hold
those
up, hold up,
arguments, then
hold up,
we
hold
all
up,
agree.
hold
Here
up,
we go
hold up,
again,
hold
back to
up,
square
hold
one.
up, hold up. It sting when I talk. It sting, nigga, like a goddamn slice. Nigga getting sliced around this motherfucker. So check this out. Nobody making that damn argument about no goddamn green or no black. You could kept all that information. We are well read over here, Uncle Asar. What we are talking about is him being a man, him being a god, Asar being a god. You said he wasn't. And we go back right here. This nigga judging souls in the afterlife. But I think you don't know I think you and Uncle Hercules don't know what a god is. You got the flow.
Okay, so now your accusation is that me, Mansa Hercules, Infandiji,
Very black.
and Africana scholars don't know what we're talking about when we say
Nah, just
Asar
you and
is
Uncle
more
Hercules.
so uh universal forces of nature rather than a person.
I didn't.
Let's
I
be
didn't.
real, man.
I didn't. I'm not. I'm not arguing what you just threw out there. All right.
Okay, but so that's what I'm saying. If you're not arguing against anything that I've thrown out thus far, then there is no logical
I'm
and
talking about what you
realistic
just
way
said. I'm
for
talking
me
about.
to
I'm not
be.
arguing. I'm talking about. I'm not arguing what you just said. Whatever you just said right there, that was not my argument. I ain't got no disagreements with Infodici or no goddamn Africana studies. I got a disagreement with you not knowing what a god is when you're talking about a Asar judging these souls in the afterlife. That's what we talking about.
Nah, you trying to reframe your argument in real time. That's called the sleight of hand
That's what a
fallacy,
god.
brother.
Ain't that what a god
That's
do?
called that's called a sleight of hand fallacy, bro.
Like, hold up. Was my original question not is a Asar god, and you said no and got proved wrong? Where's the sleight of
By
hand,
Google,
nigga? The
by
hand is
Google.
coming at your
Remember, by
face.
Google. Hold
The
on, by
hand is
Google,
coming at your
by Google.
face.
I even brought
You
up the
see the
fact
hand
that
coming. I'm not
Africana
sneaking you.
studies
You see
and
me
Google
winding
often
back.
agrees, often disagrees. See what I'm saying? And now you playing hot potato by accusing me of being Eurocentric while you disagreeing with Africana
Hold up.
studies.
They disagree with what?
That don't make sense.
What don't
That the
make what don't
Neteru were gods. I just told you.
that's not
Infandiji,
my who made that
That
argument?
that was mine. That was
Hold up. Who
mine. So
made it?
we
Hold up.
confused. We're gonna have to start
Give me the
over.
timestamp. Give me the timestamp of
Give me
me
the
making that argument.
timestamp where. Give me the time. Hold on. Give me the timestamp where I
You can't.
said that Africana studies did not say that they were gods.
That's not my argument, brother. I don't know where you
All
been at.
right, then. So, and that's
That's
the
not. Hold up.
point.
Hold
That
up.
wasn't
Hold
my.
up. Hold
Whatever
up.
you
Hold
saying,
up.
not my
Hold up. Hold
argument,
up.
and
Hold up.
whatever
Hold
you
up. Hold
saying,
up.
not your
Hold
argument.
up. Hold up. Hold up.
So,
Hold up. This is powerful bills only, and you are getting powerful building only. You are getting body. So listen, nobody's making the argument that netters were gods. You can't even find a timestamp for that. You making that up. I asked, can a god be a netter? That's what I asked, brother. And I just proved it with Heru. I proved it with a saw. You been getting bodied, Uncle Tahuti, and I don't even know the meta netter. I ain't gotta know it. I know our people wouldn't believe in fairy tale shit. That's all I'm saying.
but what I'm saying is, you just made all that up. That wasn't even my whole argument. Show me the timestamp where I said and accused you of saying that the Neteru and gods were the same thing based on Africana studies.
Hey, Uncle
That
Larreal,
didn't
how many?
happen, so that's not my
Hold up,
argument. What I'm
based on
saying is,
Africana
what I'm saying.
studies.
Hold on.
Hold
What
up,
I'm
you
saying
letting me? So I couldn't even
is
say nothing.
because.
I couldn't say
Hold on.
nothing.
What I'm saying.
All
Hold
right,
on. Let me finish.
go
You
ahead.
finish.
Go
What
ahead.
I'm saying is, when you brought up and asked me the question, is Asar a real person? I said no, and you asked for my reasoning. You got a little rowdy. You asked for my reasoning, and I gave you my reasoning, and it was based on the fact that not only is he a green person, and in combination with the definition that uh, Laurel just read with divine forces, I said, in addition to the fact that he's green and black, and he's also, you brought up the fact that he's the governor of the underworld, right? The fact that he's the governor of the underworld means that he can't be in two places at the same time in two different colors. What you saying right now, brother? Are you saying that Asar was in two different places at the same time while being two different colors? Is that what you saying? If not, then we agree
Can I
that
speak?
Asar is what he is,
Can
and
I
the
speak?
Neteru are the Neteru, and gods are gods.
Can I speak? All right. So again, I say 80% of the shit that you said tonight, Uncle Tahuti, 80% of the shit you said tonight, nobody made those arguments. So I used to call the pseudo killers the straw man kings. I gotta give it to you today, Uncle Tahuti. You just want a goddamn award. The straw man king. You will beat up a damn straw man that nobody argued. So listen, nobody argued or netters and gods the same thing. I don't know where y'all heard that from. Maybe my question was so befuddled that you couldn't think on a tap, but the fact that you keep bringing it up lets me know that there's an issue, maybe a comprehension issue. Nobody argued the netters are gods. It's synonymous. Nobody made that argument. I said, can a god be a netter? That's the question. And I proved it with Heru and Asar. That's all I'm saying. And I never said nothing about no Africana. You said show me what Man, hey, Uncle
Right. Now you
Tahuti,
know
you was
how I feel because you was making it up. So I just had to give you something tit for tat. That's how it
hold on.
works.
What
When
was
you
I
give
making
somebody
up
something
now?
tit for tat, they actually
Hold on,
start
hold on,
laughing
hold on. What was I
and
making up?
understanding.
Hold on, what was I making up? Let me get that part. What was I making up?
You was making up the fact that I was wrong because I refused to call Haru and Asar gods instead of Netcher. That's pretty much what you was building on in Powerful Bills only.
All right, so did I ever argue? Did I ever ask you, was they one or the other, or did I say was they gods? Period. Did I ever ask you any? Was they one or the other in the same question?
You asked, can they be? You never even asked those two options that you gave. You asked, can they be?
You right. So
And
why you
then when
just
I
said
told you
you
no, hold on.
hold on. You
When I
right.
ten,
You
hold
right.
on. When
Hold
I
up, hold
ten,
up,
when I
hold up.
stood 10
Hold up,
toes
hold up,
down,
hold up, hold up. You right. I never said that. So why you just tried to argue that? You see this shit?
Hold on. You said your thing. Let me say mine. That I'm telling you, that's not what I've been arguing. I've been arguing the fact that you asked me if the Neteru can be gods. And after I stood 10 toes down and said no, based on Africana studies, you then went to Google a Eurocentric reference and told me that I was wrong about an African thing. That's where we at right now. So we gotta look at that. We gotta lock in. We gotta focus, and we
All right.
know.
So,
Hold
all
on,
right.
we know Eurocentrics don't audit hoteps. We know that. We know Eurocentric references do not audit hoteps.
Who
So
gave you who gave you the missing link, aka how to translate the ancient Egyptian into what you understand right now, for you to understand it? Who gave you that? Wasn't that a European?
are you talking about in general for everybody who studies meta nature?
For you,
For me specifically?
yeah.
Nah, so the first person that I referenced was Infundiji.
And
And
who
then
you think Infidiji got it from?
Raketi Amen.
And who you think Riketti Amin got it from?
That's what I just asked for everybody. But you said personally for me, so that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You being
for
convoluted. You
you
trying to
as
trip me
in
up right now,
hold
man.
up
That's what I'm
for
saying,
you
bro.
hold up for you as in, if you gonna put the onus on your teacher, then we gotta put the onus on your teacher's teacher. If we gonna put the onus on your teacher's teacher, then we gotta find out what the fuck it started at, and it started with a white man, brother. So let's be
Right,
honest.
but hold on, brother. You know, if I go to a school and my teacher is a European, right, and I learn medicine and he teaches me about pharmaceuticals, and then I stumble on holistics, right? And you know what I'm saying, I do my thing and I'm go my path as a holistic teacher, but then you find out that my first teacher was European. You know, you can't, that's not a good argument against me referencing a holistic teacher that had a European teacher. Same thing goes for meta nature and Africana studies. They had to have European teachers because of slavery, Jim Crow,
You good?
the fact
I'm
that
just showing the contradiction. Hold up. I'm just showing the contradiction. So back to the original point. When we Google, or hey, is Heru a god and is Heru a netter, and it say yes to both. When we Google, is a Saw a god and a Saw a netter, and it say yes to both. I'm just showing you, brother. And you could say, oh, we can't look at the European. I go to Google every goddamn day. You're not gonna never hear me complain about Google unless we in a goddamn deep ass topic, and motherfucker ain't got no sources. That's what we talking about. But if we gonna call this, saying this shit is deified and it's supernatural, then we know what the fuck we talking about. We know what a god is. So when you start saying earlier, and I knew you was hiding something at the beginning of this argument when you said not in the European sense. Remember Uncle L'Oreal? He kept saying that. I'm like, God damn, nigga. So in the African sense, yeah, I had to even think for you because you gave it up so easy. What I'm saying, Uncle Tahuti, is regardless of the race, we know what a god is. Any goddamn race, we know what a superficial person is, and and these crackers that translated this meta nutter know what a damn nutter is. We can't go too far and say that this is fairy tale land. They didn't believe they gods and they didn't believe all of this stuff. Once again, nobody is arguing that Heru had a falcon head in real life. I will say that he was a goddamn person. Niggas had wives and sons and shit. So we not playing these goddamn games. That's what they thought. Our ancestors thought that this was real shit because they put gender on it. They put everything on it. That's what I'm saying. That's the only argument that I'm making, is that our ancestors, they didn't believe this shit was no Harry Potter.
that's good, man, and we on the same page. That's what's up after all this time.
So Heru was a man. Heru was a god. You agree now?
Nah.
And he was a goddamn. Go ahead. And he was a nutter.
So hold on, he three different things now. So he a man, he a god. See, and that's what I'm saying. That's where it get
Facts.
convoluted for people
It
who
ain't
trying to
it ain't convoluted,
reclaim
brother.
they
They
identity.
believed
That's
in
what I'm saying.
everything. They believed
That's what I'm
everything
saying.
was
If it's
every.
layered, right? So if it's layered, you centering back to me.
Hold up. I
If
got
you
you
can
right here.
admit that
I
it's
got you right
layered, you
here. I got
centering
you right
back to
here.
me.
I got you right here. Let me break it down. They believed everything was everything. They didn't separate it how we doing in this European shit. They believed everything was everything. You gonna see Raw every motherfucking day. You see that goddamn Falcon, you know that motherfucker got some superficial shit because that's what Heru, that's what's on Heru goddamn head. He personified himself as that. He symbolized himself as that, not personified. He symbolized himself as that. Personified as a man, though. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they could be all as one. That's how they believe everything
That's
is
what I'm saying.
everything.
Let me ask you this question. All right, so let me and JJ had a debate, right? Let's say if we had a debate and I go in the debate and I say, it's time for me to make my argument, and I say everything is everything. You think I'm gonna win the debate?
Nah, you gonna lose. I ain't gonna care.
Okay, all right. So that's what I'm saying. Like we need to grasp a hold of things, put things in the proper context, like we was talking about in the beginning of the show. I know you're trying to make a show, make theatrics, but in
Cause
reality,
this
we all agree about the
hold
state of the
up.
Neteru, bro.
This go back to the no. This go back to the topic. This is where you missing out at. This go back to the topic. You can't make a statement and say the netters were not literal. This go back to the topic. This is where you confused at. You can't make a statement and say the netters were not literal. Cause then a nigga gonna show you 5 examples of them being literal. We ain't gotta look up no definition. If it come out your mouth that they wasn't literal, a nigga gonna have pushback. If you come out your mouth and say it was raining today, we ain't gotta Uncle Laurel, Google what is rain. We ain't doing all of that, Uncle Tahuti. We
I
ain't gotta
feel
do
you,
all of
man.
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Come on.
If we already said that
You
literal. Hold
agreed
on,
and said it's
right
both,
there
right?
you go.
You agreed and
So
said it's both, right?
I said is real and figurative.
All
I
right,
don't like to
hold
use
on.
the
We got
word
hold on.
literal, and I'm
Let's
not
clean
going to
that up.
use the word literal no
Clean that
matter
up.
what.
Let's clean that
But
up. Hold
okay,
up. Let's clean that up because you specifically corrected. You specifically went into detail and say real and literal are not the same thing. So answer my question, please. You agreed earlier that they were literal and figurative. You agreed with that earlier, right? Or you saying now you don't agree no more?
in the sense that y'all using literal, linking it to real, we are making the same thesis about the Neteru.
Okay, so Heru was a man, right?
No,
How
Heru
when
was
he
more.
go
So he
ahead?
was more than just the personification of a man. He was the personification of.
That ain't what I asked, brother. That ain't what I
But
asked.
even
I just
then, but
asked
even then,
was he a man? Yes or no?
nah. Haru
So he
was
was a woman.
a.
Hold up. So he was a woman.
Hold on. I'm about to
So he
tell
was.
you.
So Heru
Hold
didn't have
on,
a
I'm about
wife.
to tell you what he
Hold up.
is.
Heru didn't have a wife.
Because hold on, Haru
Hold up.
was. Hold
Now
on,
you about to get
hold
about
on.
to
You
fight
you
you.
waiting for the question or the answer, ain't you?
I mute that.
Okay. So you asked me if Haru was a man. I'm going to say no. Haru was a being with a falcon head. See? Now I'm a use y'all word being.
You think our ancestors was dumb? You think our ancestors was playing Harry Potter, Jimmy Neutron and shit? That's Uncle L'Oreal. You hear this? He said Heru had a falcon head. He can't
He
see.
did.
Did Heru have a wife?
You can go into any scholarly
Hold up.
setting and say Haru had a falcon head and nobody would bat an eye.
One second. Did Heru have a wife?
had no literal falcon head.
Exactly. He
But
making
but
stuff up.
still, y'all know
He
what
making
that's
stuff
what I'm
up.
talking about.
He making stuff
And
up.
see, y'all with y'all cornering me in on closed-ended questions. Y'all trying to recreate the narrative to
These are
spin it
simple
like
questions.
I'm talking about
These are
something else when y'all
simple
know y'all
questions.
arguing about
Did
him trying to
Did
be a real
Heru have
man.
a
That's
wife?
why y'all keep messing it up. See,
Did
you
Heru have
super
a wife?
wavy, you keep messing it
Did,
up because you
did
keep
Heru
steering it
have a
back to a
wife?
real person when
Did
even in the
Heru have
show
a
we
wife?
agreed
Did
that
Heru have a
he
wife?
wasn't a real person.
Did Heru have a wife?
Mythologically, yes.
Mythologically, how you gonna speak for somebody
Yes.
else? Brother,
Hey, that's
you
what
a
it is.
Johnny
That's
come
based on the
you can't
story.
speak.
That's based on the story.
You can't speak for ancient Egyptians, brother. I'm
That's
sorry. You
based on
can't.
the story.
You can't say it's mythological. You can't say that.
I can say that
You
because
can't speak.
mythology don't mean that is entirely fake. Myth is a way to teach a real story that can happen.
So
That's
Heru
why
was a
you have the
man with a wife.
betrayal. What?
Heru was a man with a wife.
In the myth, yes.
Did his kids come out? Watch this, Uncle Larrell. Did his kids come out with a falcon head? Watch this, Uncle Larrell.
So the pantheon, but no. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying.
Oh!
See, that's what I'm saying. His kids didn't come out with a falcon head, but
I
they
thought
came out to
Heru had a
totally
falcon.
different. That would
I
make you
thought Heru
question
had a
the
falcon head.
reality if he was a man or not. See,
I thought, hold up.
case
I thought
closed.
Heru had a falcon head.
Okay. So if Heru was a real man with a falcon head, then that means if he had a son, it should have a falcon head too.
Right?
You see what I'm saying?
Right? So
So
you
now y'all
can't
making
say
it convoluted by trying to say
so
because in
use
the
common sense.
pantheon he
So
has a
use common
son,
sense.
he
Hold up.
was
So
a real
use common
man. That's
sense.
not that's
Hold
not
up.
what that's about.
One second. So use common sense. Use African common sense and understand that even though this person had a falcon head, he was literally still a person. And that was just some symbology. You got it? Still a man. They would have made him a woman. They would have made Heru a woman if they wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? All the Egyptian gods they had genders. Like we gotta cut it out, Uncle Tahuti. You playing these games, and you know our ancestors they believe this shit, Uncle
Tell me
Tahuti.
where show me the timestamp where I said they never had genders. I just you can only tell me a timestamp where I'm trying to clear up why they have the genders. And the genders are symbolic,
The
making it
genders.
relatable to people who venerate the Neteru. That's the
So
only way that they
so
have legs is so they can relate to the people who are
having
demonizing the
a wife.
principles.
So Uncle Larrell, you hear this? Having genders and having a wife is symbolic. You hear this shit? Like
It
we
is.
gotta.
So having a wife is symbolic of a union and nation building. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you have your deities do that same act. They marry, so you enforce the principle, the sacred principle of
I
marriage through
can't.
the
Now
real
let me
people.
say this: you ain't got no shrine. You ain't got no online book club. You ain't got no school, no online school, online tutorials where you teaching this shit, where people is paying you to teach this shit. So my gripe, you can say all this is fairy tale, and it really don't hit hard to me. But if you got a shrine, if you teaching classes every Sunday about this shit, you can't say this shit is not literal. People are, like I said, people of the Bible, they believe Jesus died on the cross. They believe God walked around heaven looking for Adam and Eve because they had clothes on. We can't think the Mayans believe what they believe. Everybody believe what they believe. Everything was everything. We can't come. No, nobody is arguing that this person actually had a falcon head. Nobody is arguing that this person was actually a bull. No, we saying that they were people, and they got symbolized with animals, anthropomorphic. They got anthropomorphic eyes. I just made up a word. But yes, that's what I'm saying. Uncle Tahuti, I got me everybody saying I won a debate. I dropped the poll. It said 70-30. Uncle Tahuti, I think I got me a clean dub, man.
or it's probably gonna better your faith.
That's crazy, man. In a show that where nobody was arguing anything, you won the argument. That's crazy work, bro.
Hey, I'm lying.
That's
I'm
crazy.
lying.
Nobody wasn't arguing nothing, but you won the argument.
Hey, I'm
That's
lying. I'm
crazy.
lying. I'm lying, Uncle Tahuti. I ain't dropped no poll, Uncle Tahuti. I'm lying.
I know. I see. That's why I said it's all about theatrics, man. That's why it's all about theatrics. Because
Nah,
even
but
after we
I'm
agree that we
standing.
agree,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
even after we agree that we agree, you actually got people to back you on pushing back even more.
Nah, I
That's
was playing.
crazy,
I was
man.
playing. I was playing, Uncle Tahuti. I was playing. I was playing. I was playing about that. I was playing about that. Now, we do have a brother up in here that I think he needs to come to Kemet. The brother been in the Quran book for so long. It's time for him to get right. Um, Started with the 48 laws of Mayat. You know what I'm saying? Which should be in his Quran if he got the Ten Commandments in there. Jesse, assalamu alaikum.
Astaghfirullah, brother. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. So you know that Egypt is everlasting. It's gonna last forever. You gonna jump down with Kemet with me and Uncle Tahuti?
Hell no, boy. I ain't going to hell with y'all.
Hell, you think you going to hell if you embrace Kushite Kemetic culture?
Not necessarily embrace the culture, but to renounce faith and go for that. Yes.
You know the way y'all pray was first demonstrated in Kemet. Y'all whole prayer system, right, is demonstrated in Kemet. And a whole nother thing too, before you even start to talking, West Africans and Africans in general were bamboozled to pray to Mecca, all because the mountain, the mountain of Amun Ra, was in the same direction. Like, what do you think about that? Y'all stole our prayers, stole concepts, stole y'all knowledge of science, and but now if you reclaim that back, you think you going to hell. That don't make sense, brother.
Well, to leave my faith after I know better would send me to hell. In the Quran it preaches that those who embrace Islam and then go back on it, you too basically will go to hell. So it's not so much that your faith is wrong. I don't think that y'all are in the wrong faith or anything like that. I think that perhaps your faith was for a specific time, a specific people, and ultimately, I don't deny that we might do some of the same practices that y'all do. But with that being said, Allah guides whom He wills to the straight path. So my faith is like it's not to
This nigga
put
throwing
down.
Well,
shots.
hold on real quick before you
Hold
go
on,
on
hold
too
on, hold on.
far.
I ain't done.
I
I
want
ain't
to
done.
keep
I
you
ain't
right
done.
there.
I ain't done. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Well,
It's not
well,
to. It's not
hey,
to.
be
It's not
concise
to.
because we missing the point. So
Okay.
be
Well, it's not.
concise.
I got you. It's not to. It's not to say that what y'all have is wrong, or to say that it wasn't purposeful. It was definitely purposeful in your time, but Allah sends messengers over a course of time, and when that new messenger comes, it's our responsibility to embrace him, and follow the deen that Allah has set forth. Um, we in Islam believe that previous scriptures, they all used to believe in the oneness of our Creator. There was only one God, but somewhere along the lines, um, the people have deviated from these practices, and ultimately Allah has abrogated His previous scriptures, being your scriptures, and came with ours.
Right. I just want to ask, since you say that Kushite Kemetic spirituality isn't necessarily wrong. don't you think it would be wrong for a religion or a faith to send you to hell all because you went to a religion that was different from Islam but still wasn't wrong? What do you say about
Was
that?
and was older.
Well, I don't think that there is no problem in me understanding your religion. I don't think, I'm totally within my religion. I'm totally free to, view your religion, take take notes from your religion, maybe even incorporate some of the practices. But as far as the faith goes, um, I have to stay where I'm at. There's no denouncing my religion to go to your religion.
Okay, what's this question that's asked in the comments? Do you have a family member that's Kushite Kemetic or something?
Nope.
I
Okay.
think
Are
I
you a
think I
brother
think
though,
he's
right?
saying no, I think he's saying Islam is the mother Kemet is the mother of Islam. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, okay. What do you think about a Islamic official damaging the nose of the Great Sphinx based
Well,
on Islamic law?
well, I have no problem with this. I am Muslim, so of course I believe that what y'all had was an idol. You know what I'm saying? It's an idol figure. So for them to damage the idol figure does not do me no harm. I myself am against idols. I'm against statues of all sorts. Destroy that shit. Excuse my language. Astaghfirullah.
Well, that's crazy that you say you don't find anything wrong with it because even the people who lived there in Egypt at the time of the defacing of the Sphinx were against it and they practiced Islam. And guess what they did to the guy who defaced the Sphinx? They killed him. So, if you believe that the Sphinx nose should have been rightfully defaced, despite it being according in accordance to Islamic law, you would have got handled that time. And that's what I'm saying. Here it is. You preach a religion that sends you to hell for going to another religion that isn't necessarily wrong. But on top of that, you think it's okay to deface the Great Sphinx all because you think it's an idol. And it's not idol worship. We just went over the state of the Neteru and agreeing that the Neteru is not idol worship. It's much, much more. It's so much layered that people don't even know whether it's literally real or real and figurative or anything along those lines. So I just want you to know that. And Kemet is always welcoming to his rightful brothers and sisters. So anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Well, brother, like I said, I don't mind learning as much as I can possibly learn from the religion that you're in. Matter of fact, any religion. But ultimately, I am strong in my deen. I am strong where I'm at. I come with the final message, and I'm rocking with it until time.
I got you, man. Who is this coming up? Is this another Abrahamic man? I got to deal with Abrahamics.
La Wa was goody.
What's up, bro? So look, I think both of y'all wrong. Religion isn't supposed to be used as a way to cope with pain. Nigga, we supposed to be eating pork chops and hamburgers every day.
Hootie, you there?
Yeah, I'm there, but like, come on, man. So say
All right,
hey,
my
say that
bad.
one more time. Are you so you saying religion isn't meant for us to cope? Are you saying religion as in spirituality too, or are you just
All
saying
you
religion in
religious
general?
niggas, all you religious niggas, just finding a way so y'all don't look guilty of y'all sins. I'm looking
Okay,
upon y'all.
but not
I'm the
spiritual, right?
God. I'm the God. I'm looking upon y'all. Y'all some hoe ass niggas.
Uh-oh, they pulling up now. You done called the religious out. Now they pulling up. So I guess this will be my time to exit since you only want to talk to the religious.
Nah. This
Yeah,
powerful
he only
bills
calling out
only.
the religious,
This
so
powerful
I gotta
bills
go.
only. Don't go nowhere. This
Nah,
powerful
don't go
bills only.
nowhere,
You
brother. Let's
good.
stomp this brother out together.
Say it again.
Oh,
No,
now
I
you
said
want to
let's.
join forces with Kemet after you said you'll happily
You ain't
deface the
stomping nothing
Sphinx?
out because
Hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
beat you up
I
and
Oh
think
send
my
you to hell,
goodness.
my
I
nigga.
think something that me and this brother from Kemet can both agree on is this godless brother over here is out of line. And we can come together and stomp him out.
Let's see if
We
I'm
got
finna
Chucky, we got
send all
Chucky
of
on
y'all
here
niggas
too.
to hell. Just wait. I'm
Hey,
summoning a
today's
thunderstorm tomorrow. I'm sending everybody to hell. I'm gonna beat y'all ass.
today we
So
got
hold
Chucky.
on, you talking
Me,
about
me and
the you
Chucky
talking
Chucky
about the
normally beef,
religious,
but
but you
today
gonna send
we're gonna
people to
come together and
hell?
stomp
That
this
don't make.
brother
All right,
out.
I'm out. I gotta leave, yo. On that
I
note,
can't be religious because I am the God, my nigga.
see,
Uncle Tahuti.
he's a Abrahamic that's non-religious. Think about that.
he's
A
stupid too.
I
non-religious
believe in you,
Abrahamic.
nigga.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. Yo, peace. Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, I love the
coming through.
conversation,
You
Uncle Tahuti.
do,
Oh man, I was looking forward to having more combos with Tahuti.
Man, hey, Lil Wad, you came in. You came in hard, gang. You came in aggressive.
Because I'm tired of hearing all these religious people crazy. I should be able to have peace. Every time a nigga pray, I get woken up out my sleep.
Okay. All right,
Shut
we
the
got a
hell up.
Bobo Shanti priest on the panel. Uncle Chucky, what's goody? You got some
What it-
food for thought or some motivation or encouraging words for the wall?
Hey man, first of all, Wavy man, I was watching y'all show a little bit earlier where you was talking about the gods and netters, man. You feel me? And I just want to add on to that, like I put in the chat, like the book of Enoch basically say the same thing, even though they describe the gods as like you feel me with
Fuck that
man,
book. I wrote it.
they describe the gods as what's the name, forces of nature or whatever. In Enoch, he
Woo!
describes the same forces of nature, but he tells you like an angel is actually controlling that shit, which is the netter. So he's actually putting a person behind the force that's
Of
controlling it.
course you
In
want
Enoch.
some nut, nigga.
You
Suck a
feel
dick.
me? Nigga, you just say you want to eat blood, nigga. You still drinking blood, nigga. Fuck you talk about you want to be a carnivore, nigga. Go back to die, go back to the prehistoric age and be a fucking caveman, nigga, if you want to eat all that meat, nigga.
Ooh.
Nigga, women got butts too.
What?
And nothing.
All right. So look, Lawal, we gonna have the conversation, gang. You got some high energy and some respectable guys on the panel with you,
Hey,
Lawal.
Nikayla.
So let's have a
Hey, come here real quick.
come on, brother. You can't be flirting in the temple, brother. You
Man, I
can't
don't
be
even
flirting.
play with niggas like that. I'll rip your damn beard off, my nigga.
So you say you the creator, Lawa? You the creator?
I'm
He
the
said
creator of
he said
everything.
he God.
You God? You the creator?
I'm worshiping this God over here
What God you worship?
that's talking already. The one that just talked before. Y'all disrespected my God.
This is one of my children right here.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's one of your confused people. All right.
Nigga,
Don't that shit
I'm
don't mean that, boy. You
confused.
know, hey
I'm
boy,
confused. Nigga,
I'm
look
40
at your
I'm
dreads.
44 years
Look
old,
at your
boy.
dreads. It looks
I
like
don't
a
live
blunt
I
nigga
don't
He
live
blew
said
on
the
I
your
don't
head.
live
only
and see
God to
so
help
many
me.
cult leaders, boy. I done seen so many people
This the
talk
only
and
God to
made
help me.
people kill
This the
themselves,
only
nigga.
God to help me
You
right
can't
here.
bring no
Nigga,
One
next
of
you look
them
fool.
don't help.
insane.
You can't bring no next fool next to you. Prove you're a god, nigga. I'm
Oh,
asking you a question, nigga. You said you the creator? You the creator?
Nigga, I am the God. I'm the only
Are
God.
you the creator?
I
you got
am the
mayonnaise
All
on
right.
your
creator.
Your ass don't
cheese.
want to answer that question, nigga, because you ain't no fucking
I
creator,
wrote
nigga.
the
Stop the
Quran.
bullshit, nigga.
I wrote the
Yeah,
Torah.
I'm
Yeah,
against you.
I
Yeah,
wrote the Ten
you can
Commandments.
say
this
whatever
the
you want
only
to say
I
now,
God
have
that
boy.
helped us,
For me,
nigga.
I get straight to the point with niggas, and niggas don't want to answer the question, boy. You can
the
bring
point
whoever you
is
want to
you need
bring
to
up
cut
and
off them
talk
dreads. They
about
look retarded.
he's your god. I know what kind of god you is, but as long as you know, nigga, that
Take
you're
them
not the
damn
fucking
fish sticks
creator,
out your
nigga.
head.
As long as you know
Get
that
the
shit, nigga,
panties out of
you're not the
bunch.
creator,
Get the
nigga,
panties out of bunch. I'm
and we
sending you
good
to hell.
because you know that.
If you don't pray tonight, I'm sending you to hell.
Whatever, nigga. Yeah, you know you're not the creator, nigga. You
You know you
You
are.
know he created.
you
I
won't
He's
catch
the
dare
you.
only
you
God
won't
that helped.
dare
He's
say
the
that shit
only
out your
God that
mouth
helped
though.
I'm
me.
the only
Yeah,
nigga that
you
matter.
you can
I'm the
play all you
creator,
want to,
my
nigga.
nigga.
Something,
You can
bitch.
play all you want to. Your ass won't say that shit out your mouth though. You won't say you the creator though.
I
Say that
am the
shit.
creator.
All right, then go ahead, condemn yourself, nigga. That's what I want to
And
say.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stick a
Condemn
pork
you,
chop
I'm
in
gonna
nigga.
your
force
mouth,
you into it,
nigga.
nigga. I'm gonna
I'm
force you
sticking a
into
pork.
it. So
If
what you
I see
created,
you
nigga?
today,
So what you created,
sticking a
nigga?
pork
What you
chop
created?
in your throat, nigga.
What you created, nigga?
I'm the creator, nigga.
What you created, nigga?
You stupid.
How?
Because I put shit together like Lego.
How, nigga? Explain that shit. You have all the knowledge that did that shit. Explain that shit to me. I wanted to know. You
Break
the
that
I
shit
creator, nigga.
down,
put
gang.
some ugly looking shit
Break
in
that
a
shit
black
down,
amount
gang.
and I created you.
Hey, Lawal, break that shit down, gang.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we got science down here already, God. You feel me? So we got a
Fuck
little bit of
you, weed,
knowledge.
before
So
I
bring down
come
the
strike
science to
your
me.
house with a
What's the
tornado.
math of the day, God? What's the math? What's the science?
Somebody must have laced you, nigga.
What's the math? What's the
About to
science,
He's the
fuck
God?
with
only
you.
God that helped
The
us over
devil was
here.
talking shit last night. He
Man,
said he
any
gonna
one
get
of y'all
me.
got anything academic to say, man? Any real knowledge, God? 'Cause y'all just running your fucking mouths, boy. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, nigga. Y'all
Nigga,
got some
shut up
knowledge?
before I tie your lips together and make you cry like
'Cause
a bitch.
y'all just coming through and saying, I'm God, I'm God. That don't mean shit to me, my nigga.
Break that
'Cause
shit
I'm
down.
God. You talking to the real God,
I'm
nigga.
the
That's why
God.
that
I
shit
don't
don't
gotta break,
mean to
nigga.
me.
I
'Cause
break the house
you
down.
talking to God
I'm
already, nigga.
sending a tornado.
That's why I'm laughing at you, nigga. You talking to God already, nigga. You see me. That's why I always put my
Here,
face up
nigga.
to
The
let y'all niggas
only God.
see
The one
exactly
and
who the
only.
fuck y'all talking
King,
to,
nigga.
boy.
I
Y'all
don't
can look at me in my
recognize you.
eyes and see it's God y'all talking to, nigga. Stop trying to
I
be
don't
me, nigga.
recognize you.
Nigga, you stay next to a fool talk about it's God. You won't recognize your own ass, nigga. Fuck you talking about
You
recognize
a
me,
damn
nigga. Fuck you
girl,
talking
boy.
about. Oh
All
man,
I'm
right.
gonna
Pound the
instacart
pork
a
chops
pound
over
of pork chops over your house.
Not
All
this.
right. All right. Hey, Jesse. That's for you, Jesse. The
You
pork
gonna
chop.
wake up with pigs all in front of your house, nigga.
That's for you, Jesse. Since you want to be quiet, you get on your Muslim ass, Jesse. All right. Hold up, Lawal. Mute y'all mic, sit back. Mute y'all mic, sit back. Jesus lover, you there? Jesus lover, you there? Jesus lover done changed his avatar 3 times, and he only been on for 3 minutes. Jesus lover, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, brother. So you told us on the last show that if Uncle Chucky bring a conclusive argument that you go become a Rastafari.
what?
You
Word?
go leave Christianity and become a Rastafari if Uncle Chucky give you the right information. You remember saying that?
Bro, just
Jesse.
come join me, my
Sean,
child. I'll
Sean,
show you the way.
I never said that blasphemous statement. Sean starting start stuff.
You know,
Jesse.
Sean love it, man.
Everybody need to go home and pray to Lawal.
Wow.
Nigga, you one of these antichrists
Man,
coming in
shut
the
up.
last
You look
days,
like
nigga. All y'all
617. I'm
antichrist ass
striking
nigga
your
coming talking
damn
about
house.
I'm
I'm
God,
striking your
I'm
damn
Christ,
house and
I'm the
pop your
Messiah.
boy tonight,
Go
nigga.
sit y'all asses down, nigga. Y'all can't answer a simple fucking question. You
You
this, you
sound
that,
like a little
ask you a
white boy.
simple question and you
You
can't
sound like
answer
a
nothing.
little white boy. I ain't create the white
You
boy.
can't answer nothing, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
I
Yeah, you got
created everybody but the white boys, and you must be one of the
I
white boys.
know, man, because you got jokes, bro. Because you another
You're
fucking
not
clown out here,
Jamaican.
nigga. You a jester, nigga. I laugh at all y'all niggas. I sit on the throne,
Hey,
laugh at
Uncle
y'all niggas while
Chucky.
y'all
You
crack
got a
jokes, man.
ponytail like a bitch.
Keep on cracking jokes, nigga.
All
Shit
right, all
funny.
right, all right. Hey, y'all boys is turned up. Hey, Lawal, we're gonna be back live tomorrow. Y'all pop in tomorrow and bring some information tomorrow, all right?
Okay. I'll show you.
That nigga ain't got no information, man.
We
Say
got the
okay.
information on you and your whole family right now, and I'll strike you with a lightning strike, nigga.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right,
This is
hey, pull
this
up
is another
tomorrow,
nigga that need
Lawal.
therapy, man. This is
Pull
another
up
nigga that need
tomorrow.
therapy, man.
Pull up tomorrow.
Yeah, man. All these niggas on the internet need therapy, man. For real. These niggas need therapy. These niggas don't even need to be online, Sean. These niggas need to go seek help, boy. These niggas got mental issues, man. But
All right.
Sean, Like I was saying, you was right earlier, man. Like, yeah, the Netherus, the gods, the Netherus. You feel me? I always tell everybody that. You feel me? That it's the same thing, man. These people at the end of the day, we're talking about the earliest ancestors who embodied these things. You feel me? They made stories of principles, but they were originally people.
Right. I think nobody will argue that Heru actually have a falcon as a head. That's why I asked, did Heru have a wife? Did Heru have a son? So his son had a falcon head? Like, come on, that killed everything once you start talking about the nigga family. Like,
Yeah.
we can't say our people is just that dumb to where they just made all that shit mythological.
Hey man, you understand? We ain't have all this bullshit out in the world today, man. We ain't have all this European thought and all this shit. These people sitting in Africa, man. It's like y'all bringing this new age, modern way of thinking and all this shit into this ancient text. Like y'all don't know how to separate that shit, man. You can't put that shit together. That's what confuses everybody. They wanna make the way they think today be the way these ancient people were thinking as well. That's not the way that shit work, man. It ain't gonna work like that. That's why you ain't gonna understand it if you try to do that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You ask any Christian, was that does God got the whole world in his hands? Hell yeah. Is God watching you at all times? If he watching you at all times, that means he got eyeballs, right? He got an eye socket, nigga. He got eyelids. Let's not play this game.
Hey, the same problem you having with that shit with the Neteru being real people is the same problem I'll be having with the Bible and telling everybody God is a real person and angels are real people. You the same fucking thing, Sean. You feel me? Because these people want to think all this shit is make believe, man. The same thing where you be like, always make believe. Nah, man. Same thing I come to there and tell everybody, man. All that ancient shit that y'all see written in that fucking Bible is symbology. It's real people. It's not make believe. Same thing with the Neteroos. It's real people. It's not make believe.
Yeah, I ain't even want to do the elder like that. You know what I'm saying? That should just be motherfucker just fall into the trap. Motherfucker, like my boy, niggas like committed you is not a real word. A1 and thought. Thought ain't been on the panel since. Nigga, this is powerful bills only. This is power. This ain't that. This is not that. Uncle Hercules, you gonna know now. This black first, god damn it.
You feel me? We ain't even got to go through that discussion, man.
We ain't gotta look up no definition. Ain't nobody hiding their hand. Know what I'm saying? This is straight up. Simple questions.
For real. You know
Simple
what we
questions.
talking about.
Say it again, my bad.
I said, you know what we talking about when we say it.
Overstood. So Jesus lover, was Jesus a real person, a literal person?
Yeah, he was a literal person who lived, who walked the earth. He wasn't no metaphysical, spiritual floating entity
Let's
like
go.
some of these people believe in. I believe he was an actual living person because there are writings written about this man from both the Greek side and the Romans as well, who wrote about a physical Jesus. So I believe that he was a physical person, as well as secular scientists as well. I believe that he was an actual person.
God, did God actually did God literally walk through the Garden of Eve, looking through the Garden of Eden, looking for Adam and Eve?
He physically walked. I mean, the Bible. Well, that's the Torah. The Torah says that God came down on the cool evening and walked. He walked on the ground. He physically walked, and he was looking for Adam. It's literally written
When
in
they
plain
was
text.
hiding with clothes on.
No, that was before then. That's before they ate the Torah says God did that already. It wasn't because they ate the fruit. He already was walking with Adam and was coming down the cool even to speak with Adam. That was
Nah. You right. I'm talking about a specific part where he was walking through the Garden of Eden, looking for Adam and Eve because and looking for them, wondering why they had clothes on. That's what I'm talking about. During that time, during that part of the story, was he literally walking through the Garden of Eden?
Yeah. He was like he's done it. He did it in the past. He came down all the time to walk with Adam. When they ate the fruit, he came down physically, was looking for Adam. Not because he doesn't know what Adam is, because obviously God can see all things, but it was symbolic. He just came down the relationship he had with Adam. He was looking for Adam to see, to question Adam. I believe God can do all things, and he can obviously come down as a person. He can walk the ground. From and this is
Hey,
my
didn't I say everything is everything? That's
no,
what you
Exactly,
gotta
man.
but
understand.
check
Everything.
Like
me out
like,
though, Sean.
like the
But
Lauren Hill song, nigga.
Yeah,
no,
nigga.
but see, check me out though. I don't understand when a person says God is all powerful. Okay, when you say the word all powerful, you have to also define what it means to be all powerful. If your God is stopped by space, time, or matter, he's not all powerful. An all powerful God has to exist outside of time, has the power to exist within time, has the power to exist, take himself complete out of time, and still be all powerful. So when a person tells me that God, like for example, a Muslim will tell me, yes, Allah is all powerful, but yet Allah is minus the fact that he cannot manifest as a
Hey,
man. To me,
I'm gonna call
that
y'all right
blows my
back. I'll be
mind.
right back.
How can God be all
Yeah,
powerful, but God is missing some parts of being powerful? If your God is
We
allergic to
finna
walking
talk.
the earth as a
Sit
human
your
being,
little
he's not
goofy
all
ass down.
powerful.
Chill. What
Am I
the
missing something, Sean?
Hey, Jesse, he on your top.
You really just gonna give me your phone?
Yeah,
Jesse
that's what
need
it
to
is.
hang up. He said he gonna be back.
This
And
man
then
is bothering me.
Oh.
Please
Oh
take
shit.
Oh,
it easy.
whoa.
whoa, Jesse,
Oh,
is that one of the
Astaghfirullah.
12? Is that one of the 12
Astaghfirullah. Work it
What
virgins?
out
that
of me.
got to do with me?
Oh.
How
I'm
the
gonna
heck
mute
do
your
I
mic, nigga.
talk in this? Do they
I'm gonna
not
mute
mute
your
hear
that.
mic.
me?
Jesse, mute your mic.
Jesse's on strike.
For real, man.
Mute your mic,
You know,
Jesse.
I found it funny. I wish Marcus was on here because I had some. I was reading up some things about the hadith, and
I'm about to I'm
hadith
about
said,
to I'm about to go get Marcus.
"Oh, please get that. That guy got more flight than JetBlue, brother. He's always running. He's always running." I was gonna ask him. Their prophet believes said that Allah can heal all
Your
illnesses except
representative for Allah,
all
Allah
age.
is over here flirting with another woman, and I'm just tired.
Ah.
Oh man.
I
I'm
mean,
tired.
it's part of his
Astaghfirullah. Work it
religion.
out of me.
He's not being a good representative.
Sean,
Ah.
Oh, you ain't
Look
submitting
at him
Hey,
yourself?
breaking up.
you know Muslims
what?
Can
can
y'all
have
hear me?
Well,
9
he's Muslim. He
wives.
can do whatever he
I'm
wants,
just a
right?
You know they
Christian
can have
girl
9 wives.
trying to
You
go
must don't
home,
know.
and he keeps bothering me.
Muslims can
Well,
have
well,
9 wives.
well,
You must know.
Do y'all know
well,
his name?
well.
I can tell you his whole name.
Jesse.
He's not being. I don't want to convert at all.
Or he gonna try to convert you.
Yes. Hey, yo, Sean,
Jesse has a
Sean,
Stop
wife
Jesse,
passing out
and
stop
talking to
passing out
other
them
women.
Qurans, Jesse.
No,
Jesse's trying to add her to the left to the arm fold. He has three more three spots to fill.
Hey, when you a Muslim, you got about eight seats.
uh, Islam.
Sure. But shit, you understand that Netter shit, don't you? The Netter argument, Jesus lover, is basically the same thing you were saying about
Uh
Jesus.
oh.
Oh, there you
We call
go.
him Mr. Pop Up.
There we
Soon as I
go.
send the link,
No,
Mr. Pull
we
Up.
call Marcus Mr.
Uh
Flight, bro.
oh. Hey,
He's always
Marcus, he
choosing
say you
flight.
got more. He say you got more miles than what you say?
Then JetBlue. Bro, in a
that's
flight
that's the
simulator.
rich. That's the rich flights.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Assalamu alaikum.
What? Walaikum salam. What up, Super Wavy?
Hey, my boy Jesus Lover said, get Marcus on here. You know what I'm saying? He got a question for you.
That's my biggest
Yeah,
fan, man. He my
yeah.
biggest
So
fan.
I was reading the hadith earlier today.
What up,
Hold on.
Chucky?
I was reading the hadith
What they
today,
do,
man.
brother? Blessings.
I just
Blessings,
need some
brother.
explanation this, Marcus. Maybe I'll be a Muslim after this one. But your hadith, Muhammad said in hadith, he said Allah can cure all illnesses apart from old age, which to me is I find that very interesting. How is Allah all powerful, but Allah cannot. He can cure all illnesses, but he cannot cure old age. Can you explain that to me?
What hadith are you talking about?
I will search that for you. Let me look it up. I'm sure this one is authentic
I've
too.
never read that hadith, so if it is, I would probably point you towards a scholar who can explain it. I never try to explain a hadith or something I've never studied before. So
It might actually be in the
yeah.
Quran. I don't think that's a hadith. Let me see. Um, I think that was actual Quran verse I read earlier. Oh no, it's a hadith.
What up, Civil War?
Man, just big chilling. We already been live for about 2 hours and 30. You know what I'm saying, on that Egypt shit. Now we didn't wind down. Now we switched over to the Bible and the Quran. Jesse was up here. He was pulling up a fight, but then he was like, man, yeah, we need Marcus in here. I got some shit to say. So Jesus lover, you call him your biggest fan, but we could just go have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Only fight,
Jesse's too busy.
only,
Yeah,
only
Jesse's
fight Jesse
go
was
to
pulling up
bed,
with.
man.
Only fight Jesse was pulling up was with that female.
he's trying to add to the four. The four. He's trying to max out the
Jesse,
four.
Jesse, hey, Jesse was trying to get some submitters.
Yeah, he is. And she was like, "But you ain't submit yet, Jesse."
Jesse better be careful because I know his wife can watch this YouTube. But let's see. This was the
That better be his.
narration.
That better be his wife that was talking.
I don't know. I don't know. So this is the hadith. I think this is the narration of Usman in Abin Sharik, whatever his name is. This
Who?
was
Wait, you said hadith from
Usman,
who?
whatever his name is. Narration from Usman Abin Sharik. Sharik,
Usman.
S-H. It's probably not how you say his name.
Hey,
Usman.
what book is
I
it
can't
in?
pronounce it.
What book is it in?
Suna Abin Majah. Majah. Whatever. How you pronounce that?
Ibn Majah.
Ibn Majah, yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Give me the hold on, let me pull up my hadith.
I ain't gonna lie, Jesus lover that boy. Marcus be putting you through the ringer when you say something, boy. But we trying to say you to pull it up, man. You gotta. He want to see it.
Oh yeah, no problem. This is a chapter. It's called the chapter on medicine. How they pronounce it in Arabic, but it's like talking about what Allah can heal and treatments and crap.
Okay, so you say Sunan what?
This was. Hold on, let me go back. This is Sunnah Abin Majah. It's 33436.
Sunan ibn what?
Brother, it's Sunan Abin and then Majah. How are you pronounce it? Majah.
Oh, Sunan ibn Majah. Okay. All right. What's the
Three
how
four three
you making
six.
an argument from a hadith you can't even pronounce? But anyway, you said what's the
Brother, it doesn't matter if I
number?
can pronounce it or not. It's an authentic
It
hadith.
do
So
matter,
regardless of how
dude.
you
Are
say it,
you making an argument like you studied this or something? You can't even pronounce the name.
yeah. But no,
But
no,
all right,
no.
what's the
Marcus, the whole point is
anyway?
you're scholars. Hold on, Marcus. Don't.
What's the
Sometimes you be
number?
flying. Don't make a point and run. Let me respond to your point.
I'm
My
just
point
asking.
is
What's the number?
your so-called scholars have authentified this hadith. So I don't care what
Can't
you say.
even pronounce the name, dude.
I don't have
Scholar,
to
you
pronounce
can't even pronounce the name of the hadith.
brother. I don't need to know how to
What's the
pronounce it.
what's the
It's
name?
been authentified.
I mean, what's
Just
the number?
hold on, brother. Just as how Bukhari has been authentified, I don't need to know how to pronounce Bukhari.
What's the
90% of
number,
Muslims
dude?
agree
What's
with
the
Bukhari.
hadith number?
What are you talking about?
What's
Jeez, astaghfirullah,
the
brother.
hadith number?
3436, dude. I said like 5 times.
Three, 4, 3, 6. Okay, yeah, chapter of medicine. Okay, go ahead.
All right, and then let's see where he was talking about. There's a text where he said, I think this is whoever is narrating. I think is it says a smile. However you pronounce this Negro's name. Basically, he's having a conversation with a prophet, and he's asking the prophet, uh, how like what are the diseases that Allah can heal and stuff. And when you keep reading, Muhammad basically says, Allah can basically cure any disease apart from old age, which I get confused on that, what he means by that.
Let's say he cannot cure old age.
Hold on, no worries. It
Oh
says
no no no!
old
It
age.
says it says
It says in
it
Arabic, Al
says
Haram.
for Allah does not create. It says for Allah does not create any disease, but He also creates with it the cure, except old age. They said, "O Messenger of Allah, what is the best thing that a person may be given?" He said, "Good
Mhm.
manners."
You just read it, Marcus. He said he can cure. Basically, Muhammad is saying Allah has the power to cure. Muhammad said he doesn't create any diseases or whatever, but he said, but he has the power to cure the diseases if he chooses. But except old age. That's my question. How
That's
can how
no,
can
no, no.
Allah be
That's
all
not what it
powerful?
says.
Brother
That's not
Marcus, read what you
what it
just read.
says. You
Okay,
rewording it.
read
It
what you
says He
no.
creates
Read
with
what you
it.
said.
Listen, let me speak, dude. You corny. It says, "For Allah does
Uh,
not create any disease, but He also
mhm.
creates with it the cure, except
Okay.
old age."
Except
Meaning,
what?
Allah old age. So
Oh my
He
God.
never created that. It
Yeah,
don't say He
Chucky,
don't have the
Chucky,
power
Chucky.
to do that.
Hold on, Marcus.
Dude, you
Hold
so
on, Marcus. Hold
corny.
on, brother.
You are
You don't gotta run.
so corny,
Chucky, you speak English, right, brother?
sir. You trying
Did
too
you just
hard.
hear what he just read? Now, when I tell you this, Allah does not create illnesses, but He magically creates a cure to the illnesses, but except old age. What does that mean?
It
Like,
don't say that, dude. It don't
bro, you
say
just
that.
read it. You just read
You
it
twisting
twice.
the words.
Oh
You
my God.
trying so
Wait,
hard.
Marcus.
You
Okay, I
trying
got you.
so hard. You have to
Marcus,
twist the words.
hold on, brother. Stop running. I got the belt for you, brother. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run, Habibi. Can you read it
He's
one
so
more time?
desperate.
And Sean and Chucky, please listen to this
I
guy.
will read it a thousand
Read
times.
it
I
again.
love
Read
this
it again.
hadith. It says,
Read it again, please.
"I saw the bed asking the prophet, is there any
Mm-hmm.
harm in such and such? Is there any harm in such and such?" He said to them, "O slaves of Allah, Allah has only made harm in that which transgress the honor of one's brother. That is what is." They said, "O Messenger of Allah, there is there any sin if we do not seek treatment?" He said, "Seek treatment, O slaves of Allah, for Allah does not create any disease, but He also creates with it a cure, except for old age." Then he
Okay.
said,
Like I said, we all speak English here. Sean and Chucky. He just read the third time. What does that verse say?
It's saying
Am I
that
tripping?
He does
it's
not
saying that
create
God.
any cure.
Hold up. It's saying that God could cure anything but old age.
Okay then. So
That's
why are
not
you
what it
capping,
says.
Marcus? Stop the cap.
Hold up, hold up, hold up,
Well,
hold up,
well,
hold
to
up, hold
me,
up.
to
Let
me,
Uncle Chucky respond.
well, to me, what it says is old age is not a disease. That's why God can't cure it because it's not a disease. It's
Right,
just a part of
right,
life.
right, right. He's trying to read his Trinitarian into the Islamic
No. I'm not,
perspective.
brother. I'm
That's
not.
not.
You
It
know.
don't
What?
work,
You know what?
bro. It don't even work with the Bible. Hold on, let me speak.
I got you. I got
It
you.
says
Guess what? Hold
it,
on. Guess what? The prophets in
it
the Bible.
says
Do you know how long they lived versus how long Muhammad lived? Because I'm about to crucify you right now, brother. The prophets in the Bible. Can you compare
Hold
Moses'
on, before you change
age?
subjects, let's deal with this
Well, I'm
hadith.
not going, brother.
That's
I'm in the
hadith.
same subject.
Dude, you're like you
I'm
are
in the same
weak
subject,
to
brother.
me, dude. Hold on. Listen, it says, "O
Brother,
slaves
you
of
don't speak
Allah,
English.
Allah has
You have
made
Arabic in your brain. You don't speak English.
Allah has only made harm in that which transgressed the honor of one's brother." That he said, "O Messenger of Allah, is there any sin do not seek treatment?" He said, "Seek treatment, O Allah's slave, for Allah does not create." He does not create. It don't say he can't do whatever you just said. It said he does not create any disease, but he also creates with it a cure.
And then
Except,
read on. Why you pause?
except
Read
for
on.
wait, hold up, dude. You trash. Listen, he any disease that Allah created, there's a cure for it. That's what the hadith is saying. But it's saying except for old age. Why? Because Allah
Okay.
ordained that every man, every human being, you're born, you become a child, you become an adolescent, you become a grown up, you become old, you become decrepit, you become like you, and then you die. Dude, what is you talking about? Your argument is trash. You always coming with these trash arguments, dude.
Brother Marcus, you are intellectually,
Have
you're
you
what I call
ever
an
read an
intellectual fallacy.
exegesis on this?
Hold up. You are what I call an intellectual fallacy. You just read it five, 6 times. It says Allah cannot accept for old age. Your Allah is not all powerful because he is stopped at the age of the old age, just like your prophet. Your prophet died at the age of 50 something years old. Do you know how long
That's
other Jewish men could
stupid. This is
hold
the
on, hold on. Let me
dumbest.
talk. Let
This
me
is the
talk.
weakest
Hold
argument
on.
I've
Do you
ever heard.
know,
You are
brother?
died at 33.
You're gonna run
You
like you
believe
always
your
do.
God
Yes,
33.
you're going
You
to
talk about
run.
the prophet
You're going
dying at
to
40, 50.
you're going to run
Man,
like you
go
always
have,
do.
dude,
Your
you morning with
so-called
the
hold on,
prophet Muhammad
brother.
on
Your
your
so-called
mind.
prophet.
You
Hold on.
go to
Your
bed at night
so-called
with the
prophet
prophet
only
Muhammad.
lived
You are
40
the
years
definition
at the maximum.
of
40 years at the
Islamophobe.
maximum.
You don't have all of your arguments are weak. They're trash. You
I'm not Marcus, I'm
call
not
yourself
Islamophobe.
the
Can you
Muslim
hold on,
killer, the lawyer. You're
hold on.
trash, dude.
brother.
You
Can you
wake
show
up,
me
you
one
think
good
about
thing that
Marcus all the time. Every time I come on this live, all I hear is
no,
Jesus
brother.
lover said this about you,
I think
Marcus.
about the
And
light
then
of
you
the
come up on
Quran.
the live, oh,
I think
Marcus
about
this, Marcus that.
bro,
Dude, you're just an
let me talk. Bro
Islamophobe.
just manifested.
You don't have nothing
I read
better to
one
do with
verse
your
in his
time.
before his already
This
manifested.
argument is trash.
He
The
trying to
argument
he
is
trying to
trash.
get. Hold up, Marcus. He trying to get to another verse. Go ahead, Jesus.
Let me
No,
finish,
let's
bro,
deal with
because
this
you're
one.
manifesting, brother. What? Hold up, bro. Let me finish.
You
We've
trash.
already dealt with it. We've
All
already
right,
dealt
good.
with it. Your God, your Allah, your Saudi Arabic being, who is not recognized by anybody else in the planet except for Saudi Arabia, where he originated from,
Your God is
has no
Saudi
power
Arabia.
no, he's not.
Your
My
God
God
is
is from Mecca.
Saudi Arabia.
My God is from
I'm
Mecca.
Middle Eastern. You worship a Eastern God,
Come on now.
right?
Of course,
Am
there's
I
gonna be
right
a
or wrong?
difference from Mecca and Saudi
Am I
Arabia.
right or wrong? Is your
I
God
don't
from the
worship a
Middle
Middle
East?
Eastern God.
Your God is Jewish, right?
My God is not from the Middle East. My God is
Is he
Jewish. I didn't know God
Jewish?
was a Jew. I didn't know God was a
Your
Jew.
God is a Jew. Your title
He
say
came to the
Jesus
Jewish
lover.
people. Yes,
Okay,
he
was
came
he
to
a
the Jewish
Jewish
people.
man?
Yes,
Was he a Jewish man?
he came to the Jewish
Right?
people. Yes,
Was your God a Jewish man, dude?
brother. Why, Marcus? Why do you always deflect from the topic and you go somewhere else?
Is he a
I asked
Jewish
you one
man or
question.
not?
You've ran to 15 places because you know you're wrong. Jesus was a Jew. What's the problem?
Do you worship?
I
I'm asking you a simple question.
hold up. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
original topic
He was basically saying that God is not all powerful. Marcus, you disagree with him?
I
Say
believe that
Allah
the
is not
God
all
is powerful, and I can tell you why. Allah is all
ah.
powerful, all knowing.
Oh, yeah.
But
How is brother?
what I was trying to say was,
Hold on,
I
no,
believe
Marcus.
I'm
Let me finish
answering. No,
talking
no,
this
ain't
whole
no
time.
hold on, because I'm answering the
You've been
question.
talking this whole
I'm
time,
answering his question. I'm answering his question.
bro.
I, I believe that the
You're talking
God of
so
the Bible is not all powerful, and if you would like for me to explain why, I can show you the scripture from the. He's not all powerful.
okay. Now let me talk because you've been talking a whole lot. Like I said, my point was your Allah is not all powerful simply because he's disqualified from space, time, and matter. What does that mean? Your God cannot be all powerful if he cannot exist in time, outside of time, and in space simultaneously. The God of the Quran cannot exist. The Bible, your Quran says is basically haram or impossible for Allah to manifest as a physical being and walk the earth. So if your God is disqualified from walking the earth as a physical being, he is not all powerful because why? He's bound by matter. He cannot materialize. So your God is not all powerful because he's disqualified from manifesting in the physical. Now, if you can show me a hadith or show me a Quran verse where Allah manifests himself to the people, or manifests maybe like in a cloud or in a form of a wind or something where people saw the physical manifestation of your Allah, then you can say he breaches matter. But if your God is stuck in between space and one of the 14 heavens you all believe in, he's not all powerful. I'm sorry.
Super wavy. Could you do me a favor? Since we're on the
Yo,
topic of God not being all powerful, could you do
wavy,
me a
you
favor
didn't
and
answer my
put up?
question. Brother
No,
deflected.
I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. It's my turn to speak. You know this belt is coming, dude. Relax
Brother,
and
I'm
deal with
here.
it.
You didn't answer
Could you
my
pull up
question and you
Judges?
deflected
Could you
like
pull
you
up
always do.
Judges? Could you pull up Judges chapter 1, verse 19 on the screen, please, sir? And we're gonna see whose God is not all powerful first.
This guy
Then we're gonna deal with
deflected
that
like
weak
you
question.
always do. Deflected like you always do. Professional deflector,
Man.
bro.
King James
I asked you a question,
Version.
and you
Judges
deflected. Good
119,
job.
King James Version. Please and thank you.
Muslim.
Make it a little bigger, please. Oh man. I hate I gotta teach these Christians Bible like this because they don't pay me. They pay the pastor, but they don't want to pay me. All right, let me see.
Why do we gotta pay Muslim? You guys are good at forcing people to pay anyways
You pay
by
the
coming in just
pastor?
here.
Let me see.
You
It
guys are good
says,
at
and
slaughtering
it
people.
says,
You guys are good at
the
slaughtering
verse
people and forcing them to pay
says,
tax.
the verse says, and the Lord was with Judah, and he drave out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could
Mm-hmm.
not drive out the inhabitants of the valley because they had chariots of iron. Super wavy.
Mm-hmm.
Am, am I tripping? Does the verse not say the God of the Bible could not drive out of the mountains? Am I tripping? You- What's up? Somebody talk to me.
Well, I don't know what that's to do with the question I initially asked you. You're talking about this is talking about war.
Hold
You know,
on, brother. You
hold on,
panicking. We God.
hold on.
We talking about
Hold on.
somebody's
I
God
got
can't do something.
Marcus. Hold on. Marcus, hold on. I got you, brother.
Hold on. I'm
Just like I
speaking
said.
to the host. I'm speaking to
No,
the
no,
host.
no.
I'm speaking to
Let
the
me
host.
respond. Let me respond. You're talking
You
about war.
panicking.
This is the book of
Who's gonna
Judges
get
talking
this
about
belt?
war. Hold on. He's not talking
No, it's
about
talking
curing
about
any
what your
illnesses
God
or curing.
can't do. It's
No,
talking
no,
about what your
no,
God
brother.
can't do.
Let's read, bro. You're a cherry picker. Let's read the
You
entire
talking about
the
what your
verse
God
of
can't do.
one,
Let's deal with this
brother.
verse.
I will bring up
Super
the
wavy. Can
Judges
I speak to the host?
chapter 1 for you since
Can
you're
I
a
speak to
capper.
the host?
You stroll hard on the capper. I will bring up
Can I
Judges
speak
chapter
to
1
the
for you.
host?
We will read the entirety. Your God says he cannot cure illness. Can you show me a Bible verse where it says God cannot cure illnesses and
Hey, your
cure old
God
age?
could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley.
You're talking,
Could
brother.
he?
You're talking about war.
It's on the
Judges is
screen.
war.
Deal with this
You're
verse.
talking about the Israelites
Why
going
couldn't
to
he?
fight war.
Why couldn't he drive them out? It tells you in the verse
Marcus,
because they had
you know this
chariots
is
of iron.
hold on,
That's a weak
Marcus. You know
God.
this is brother. Hold on. You know this. You know this is recorded, and I asked you one question. You have not
Good.
answered.
Please put
You
the
ran
hey
and you hold on.
hey
You
wait. This
ran
going
and you
on YouTube.
deflected because you could not answer the question, bruh.
This going on YouTube. Please tell me this going on YouTube.
Sean, y'all be saying I ask a question to the question.
I'm
I
gonna
asked
read
this
it
brother
again.
one question, and he ran to a whole different.
I'm gonna read it again.
He ran to a whole different thing.
And the Lord was with Judah, and he drave out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley because they had chariots of iron. Please, sir, the people want to know why couldn't your God Jesus drive out the inhabitants of the valley, sir? Explain it. Since we talking about
Brother,
gods who can't do
I
things.
asked you a hold on, brother. You are a perfect tap dancer. I asked you a question about your God not being able to heal old age, and you ran
Your God
to
can't drive
Bible.
out the people
Hold
of
on.
the valley.
Cool. Bro, look, Marcus, the difference between me and you, I
The
will concede.
Lord,
I will give you.
Jehovah.
Hold on.
What is you
I will,
talking about? It
Marcus, hold
says it
on.
right there on the screen.
Oh, okay, Marcus, hold on, brother. I will concede to make you happy. Yes, I
That
do.
hadith that you read don't
Okay,
say Allah could not.
hold on, Marcus, hold on. I will
I'm
concede
tired
and
of
say
picking on this dude, man.
he could. Hold on, I will concede and say he could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley. Great. Now show
Oh, he
me.
conceded.
Hold on.
He
And now
conceded.
show me a verse in my Bible. You can go to the Torah. You can go to any book you want to go to, where God says, "I cannot heal the sick or heal old age," like your Allah said. Can you show it to me?
What does your God could not
Brother,
defend Judah?
no. Hold on.
He
Stop
could not
running. It
defend
matters.
Judah because they
Brother,
had chariots of iron.
brother. Okay, hush. I got you. It
Your
matters
argument is
because
done. I've buried you
there
once
is no.
again,
Hold on,
dude.
brother. There
You
is
get
no writings
destroyed
by any
every
major
time.
prophet that says that God cannot heal the sick or heal old age. But your
Your
God,
God
first
can't
of all,
drive out the inhabitants of the mountain.
Marcus, you know what makes it even worse for you? Your prophet, the final seal, says these things. Nobody else. Your prophet says these things. Now, it's one thing if maybe a random bystander says it, or maybe Bukhari says something. These are writings of the prophet's testimony that is testifying
Jesus lover,
your
you're not on
Allah
my
is
level.
powerless
That
against old
hadith,
age.
that
My God,
hadith that you
stop
read,
Allah.
that
Astaghfirullah,
hadith
brother.
that you read, that hadith that you read
Astaghfirullah.
says that it did not say Allah could not do
Brother, you read
something.
it 7 times.
This verse, hold on, let me finish.
God today. My
This
God.
verse is saying that your God, Jesus, do something. The same thing that you're accusing me of, your Bible is saying your God is guilty of that. Explain that, dude, and
No,
stop
brother.
running.
No, brother. I will explain. Brother, Marcus, you know the funny thing? I will explain it. You haven't even explained your verse. You have ran and deflected and deflected and deflected
I
and ran
dealt
to my
with the
Bible.
hadith
You have, brother.
that you
No,
brought
no,
out.
you didn't. Your
I dealt
hadith
with
says
it.
Allah cannot
It does not
heal
say
old
Allah
age.
could not.
Yes, it does, brother. You read it 7 times. Stop the cap, bro.
It
Oh my
does
God.
not say he could not.
Yes, brother, stop. It says Allah except for, brother. Do you understand English? Matter of fact, I'll go to
Can,
the Arabic and I'll translate it
moderator,
for you.
moderator, can you give us your opinion on this?
Since you are a tap dancer, let's go to the Arabic and we will show the Arabic
Because Super
translation.
Wavy is
You're
not
a
a
tap dancer,
Christian. He's not a Muslim. So can we get his opinion from an outside
bro.
opinion
He already said
on
it
this?
5 times, bro.
Let's let the people speak. Let the people decide.
Yeah, his guy.
It sound like both of you. Oh, let me cut my camera. Sound like both of you brothers is at a draw with the scripture. Sound like he brought out a verse and you backdoored, you know what I'm saying? Good response, you know what I'm saying? It sound like y'all brothers at a tie, and now we just gotta, I guess we going verse for verse, or y'all done
Yeah.
with the topic?
No, but Wavy, but I was talking about healing, and I was talking about cure and healing. He ran to a verse about war. Like that's what he ran to. He didn't run to a verse that says in the Bible, the Torah, where God says, I cannot heal this person. It does not say that. It does not say God cannot heal old age or heal innocence. But
Nah,
guess
but
what?
The verse
nah, but
says
look though, the overall, hold up, but the overall topic was him being all powerful or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the brother answered my question. I just want for the record. The brother ran to a different. He had to run to
the
a verse in the
hadith,
Bible to try to. He didn't answer
the
my
hadith
question.
that
He
he
didn't.
brought out. The hadith that he brought out does not say Allah could not do that. He could not do something.
Marcus, what does
This
the word
verse,
accept mean,
this
brother?
it says we can go back to the hadith if you want, but it don't
Marcus,
say
what
he
does the
could
word
not do it.
got
But
you?
what?
What does the
Hold
in
on. See, he
English? What does
panicking.
the
He
word accept
panicking now.
mean? Brother,
I don't know why he keep trying me because every time I keep putting this belt to ass, and he end up looking stupid. But he keep
brother,
trying
Ah,
me.
what
Now
does the word accept mean?
The Bible is
Can you
clear.
answer the question?
The Bible is clear.
Marcus, stop running. What
Let me
does the
speak
word
now.
accept mean? What does the word accept mean? You speak English, don't you? English is your first language. What does the word accept mean? And
He
stop
trying
running.
to make a comeback. Dude, give
Okay.
up.
Now,
Give
now,
up.
now, now I'm
Dude, the
desperate.
Trinity is false.
Now I'm desperate
It ain't in the
because
Bible.
you're a capper, dude.
Give up.
What does the word
Give up.
accept mean?
You don't even know
And
what
stop
Kaffir
running. What does the word
means.
accept mean? Brother, you stroll hard in the kappa. That's what you do.
You trying so hard, dude. Give up, dude.
You stroll a little too hard, brother.
Give
You
up. If
belong in the divine nine. I
Christianity
ain't
was
gonna lie.
true, it would
You
be
stroll a little
easy for
too
you to
hard.
defeat me in these arguments, dog. But you lose
Brother,
every time.
what Marcus, I asked you a question you haven't answered.
I
What does the
pray that you
word
one day
accept
open your eyes and
mean?
realize that God is one, dude.
Oh, yeah.
God
Let me help
is
you, brother.
one.
I will bring up
Yes,
the
he has
what
no
does accept mean.
associates. He's one,
Okay, let me help you. Let's go to the
except for your
dictionary and look up
God.
what the word
Your
accept
God, he
means.
cannot do something,
My brother.
and the Bible is clear on that.
Hold on. Let me
Go to
bring
sleep,
up
dude.
let
I'm
me
gonna go
bring
to
up the
sleep in a minute.
dictionary. Let's bring up dictionary what accept means, because because you're tripping out. This brother is tripping. And I can even bring up the Islamic translation is even worse. So
You just got baked, dude.
let's
Okay,
bring
well, we're
it up.
going to the back.
I got baked.
We're going back to Hadith. What we doing? We're
Brother,
going back to the
answer the
Hadith.
question and stop running. What does
I
the
didn't.
word
I'm asking you,
accept
what are we
mean?
doing? We going back to the Hadith or what?
I'm still in the hadith that says accept. What does that word mean? When you say accept, what does that mean in
Okay.
English?
So that's all I'm asking you. So let me pull up the Hadith again. Let me get my
Bro.
computer. All right. I don't even know why you even try, dude.
Brother, Marcus, you speak English, bro. You just capping, man.
I really be trying to ignore you, dude. Like you be
Okay.
so desperate to get in the ring with me. All right, give me that Hadith again. You said Sunan Ibn Majah.
That is
What was it?
I don't even remember the freaking number. I backed out. 3436. That's it.
34. Oh yeah, the Book of Medicine. I'll read it again. I'm gonna read it out loud. I saw the Bedouin asking the Prophet, "Is there any harm in such and such? Is there any harm in such and such?" He said to them, "O slave of Allah, Allah has only made harm in that which transgressed the honor of one's brother. That is what is sinful." They said, "O Messenger of Allah, is there any sin if we do not seek treatment?" He said, "Seek treatment, O slave of Allah, for Allah does not create any disease. He also creates with it a cure, except age." The Hadith does not say Allah cannot do something. That Bible I just
Brother,
pulled out says that Jehovah, Jesus, whoever you think it is, cannot do something, dude. You lost
brother.
again, dude. Give it up.
Brother, you read
Give
the
up.
Marcus. Marcus, you read the verse 15 times. You're
How
still
long
saying
do
the
I gotta
same
keep my
thing.
foot on your neck?
Allah can, brother, stop. Hold on. Let me respond. Allah can cure all illnesses except old age.
It don't say that.
You read, brother. You
It
read and you
don't
understand.
say he can accept.
Yes, it does. It says he also creates with it the cure except old age. And I ask you the question: what the hell does accept mean?
It does
If I
not say
go on
he
Google right now and
cannot.
hold on, brother. Hold on. If I go on Google AI right now or Grok and I type in except, if someone says I can do all things except these things, what the hell does that mean, Marcus? Like, bro, stop the cap. If I come up to you and say,
That's
Marcus,
not what it
I know how to fly a plane
says.
except the helicopter,
That's not what it
brother. Yes,
says.
I'm done with this conversation, bro, because you're a step ahead.
Yeah, I know you
Obviously,
done. You got
you are,
baked again.
brother.
I'll read
I
it
didn't get
again.
baked. It
I'm gonna read it
says
one more
it. He
time.
also I'll read it for you. O slaves of Allah, for
Oh,
Allah does not
messenger
create
of Allah.
any disease, but He also creates with it the cure, except for old age, brother.
Okay, so it does
I'm
not say he
so confused.
cannot do something.
Oh yeah, brother. Okay,
It does not say he cannot do something.
John, I think this brother failed
It
English
says he
class because
creates. It says.
brother is a
It
cop,
says. Yeah, you lost. It says he creates a
Yo,
cure
share my screen real
except.
quick. Share my screen, man.
Share his screen.
This guy's tripping out. This guy is manifesting like a Muslim, bro. This is the same thing Jesse does. Remember, Sean, when we were talking about the word kill in the Quran, brother went to heaven and hell saying that wasn't saying the word kill, and we
Okay,
showed
show
him
us
in
where
English
it says
translation.
he cannot do something.
My God, brother, what does this say? Sean, please help this brother out.
Read it.
O slaves of Allah, for Allah does not create any diseases, but He also creates with it the cure, except for old age. Are you smoking crack, Marcus?
Okay.
What does this say?
So it. Okay.
What does this
Okay.
say, Marcus?
Oh,
My
I'm about
God,
to
today.
repeat it. I'm about to read it for
My
you.
God, today.
Repeat it. I'm about to repeat it. It says Allah does not create any disease, but He creates with it the cure except for old age. It does not say He cannot do anything.
Except,
The
brother, stop.
verse that I just read from. Hold on. Let me
For
finish. Let me
old
finish.
age.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. It says He creates the cure for it, except old age. The
Okay,
verse I just read in the Bible says,
you're
hold on,
burying
let me
yourself.
finish and stop
He says
panicking.
He
You panicking.
creates the,
You're
Marcus, hold on.
panicking. Let me
He says
finish.
He creates
Let me
the
finish.
cure. Key word.
No,
He creates
ain't
the
no hold
cure.
on. It's my turn to talk.
Except
It's my
for
turn to talk.
old
It's
age.
my turn
That
to
means
talk.
He doesn't
It's
create the
my
cure for
turn to
old
talk.
age. So
It's my
you're
turn.
still
It's my
lacking.
turn. It's my turn.
Yeah.
You panicking. It says He creates a cure for it except for old age. It does not say He cannot do anything. It don't say
Brother,
that there.
He
Now,
create.
wait a
Okay,
minute, dude. Let me
it can
finish.
be
Let me
even
finish.
worse for
Let me
you, dude.
finish.
Like,
Let me finish. Let me finish. It does not say He cannot do something. It says He creates a cure. Age. Now, this Bible verse that we just read says that Yahweh could not cast out the
Marcus,
chariots of iron. And then it gives you the reason why he could not. It says because they were made of iron, dude. There's clearly a difference between this hadith and this verse that we just read in the Bible,
brother,
dude. You
you're
baked
saying
again.
there's
Please
you're
tell
saying
me
there's
this is going on
clearly
YouTube.
how, bro. I'm so confused. How the hell did you pass English class? Like I am beyond flabbergasted. This word right here says he creates with it the cure, implying he can cure illnesses apparently.
Now you
But
want to
it
add
says
his own. Now
except.
you want to add his
It
own
says, brother,
exegesis.
it says it right here. It
Now
says
he's
he
adding his own exegesis.
says it creates with it the cure,
Dude,
except
you lost.
old.
You
It
lost.
says except for old. It's actually Marcus. Even worse. It's actually specific. Except for old age. Do you understand
You
how
lost.
English
You
words are
lost.
put?
You
It
lost.
says
You lost.
except for.
You lost.
So
Jesus lost.
it's excluding the fact that Allah cannot create a cure for old age. Literally,
It don't say
except
that.
for. It says yes,
It
it
don't
does,
say that
dude.
though.
Hold up.
It
Oh
don't
my
say
God, Sean.
the
Yo,
hadith.
Sean,
The hadith.
Sean, hold
The
on, Sean,
hadith. The hadith
Sean, can I
does not
please get your
say the hadith.
your opinion on this?
The hadith
Can I
does
please
not
get
say Allah cannot do something.
brother? I'm gonna read it again. Sean, please let me get your opinion on this, brother.
Read it
It says,
again.
"O slaves of Allah, for Allah
Hey,
does
hey,
not
hey,
create."
hey, yeah, it say except.
Brother, like stop the cap, dude.
It don't say
Like
he
you're scrolling.
cannot do something.
Okay, brother. All right, let's just move on because brother is obviously conceding. So
Yeah,
we'll
you
just move on.
lost, dude. You got whooped.
We'll just
Just
move
give
on. Brother,
up.
I know you got too much
Just
Arabic
give
juice
up.
in your
You
brain.
lost.
You can't understand basic English. That's the problem. This
You
is why you're
lost.
Muslim.
You
You can't
lost.
understand English.
You
My
lost.
God,
Give
today,
up.
bro. My
Give up.
God, today. Brothers don't know what the word accept means. Jeez Louise. How the hell do you pass English class, Marcus? I am flabbergasted, brother. I'm genuinely flabbergasted. You know what it means.
Yeah, it's time for you to
You're
go to
just
bed.
capping. You know what it means, bro. You're just capping. That's the problem.
Just go to bed, dude.
You know what
You
it means,
worship
my
3
God.
gods.
You're just capping. You know exactly what it means.
He say just go to bed.
Brother, I would gladly worship Jesus Christ as my Lord and personal Savior because according to your Quran, He's in heaven. Your Muhammad, we don't even know if he's in heaven, if he's in hell, if he's in between the cosmos, if he's in Jupiter, Mars. We don't know what the hell that boy is. For all I know, boy he can be floating in the cosmos, or we know. But guess what? My Jesus or your supposed stolen Esau from my Bible is assured Jannah. Your prophet, who is the final seal, does not even know and I find it so fascinating, Marcus, that Muhammad said in the hadith he does not even know if he's gonna make Jannah until the day of judgment. So your Muhammad does not even know if he's granted Jannah or not. But guess what? Esau had a green passport straight to the bosom of Allah. We have a problem, brother.
Super
We have a
Wavy, do
major
you have some competition for me? Because this dude, he ain't on my level,
Of
bro.
course, I'm not on your level. Guess what? Jesus is in heaven. Allah,
He ain't on my level, bro.
Muhammad is probably in
He
hell.
he,
Muhammad has a
he
possibility of being in hell.
trying. I give him some points for trying, but like
Muhammad has a
he
possibility in
ain't
hell, but like,
he
bro,
ain't
I
there
actually,
yet.
like Sean, I asked you this last time, right? I asked you this with Islam. I said, Islam tells you you have a 50-50 chance of making heaven. You gotta do your good deeds, pay your good wages
Look
to,
how
to the
desperate he is.
masjid.
He's just
You know,
making up stuff now.
yo, Sean, hold on. Pay your good taxes to the masjid, give arms, marry 4 wives if you can handle them, and then maybe you just might have a 50-50 chance of making it to heaven. Christianity says all you gotta do is believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior. You are assured heaven, not because of your own works, but because of what Jesus did on the cross. 2 different things. Now, if Islam is like playing the lottery,
He just lied again.
Sean,
He
Islam.
just lied
Hold
again.
on, Marcus. Islam is like playing the lottery, Sean. You might hit the lottery, you might not hit the lottery, and guess what? The lottery is 1 to 200 million in odds. So if you miss the other odds, you are screwed. This is my problem with Islam. These boys are
Okay.
believing they're gonna go to
Okay.
heaven and have a massive orgy, and Allah and Muhammad are gonna be watching them, bro. These guys are sick. You have a 50-50 shot
Okay.
of making Jannah.
You wait, you
You're
got some
wild.
competition for me? This dude, he trash. He just making up
Marcus,
stuff at this
can you
point.
assure me that I made
You
Jannah?
got some
Marcus,
competition
hold
for me?
on, brother. Stop running.
I'm done with him.
Can you
I
assure
didn't
me,
bake this dude like 3 times already.
Marcus?
I'm done with him.
Can you assure me I make Jannah if I take my shot right now?
Dude, I'm done with you, dude.
Answer the question
Stop
and stop
trying.
running.
Give up.
Can you assure me that I make Jannah
Dude,
if I
give up.
take my shahada right now?
You're done. You're done.
Okay,
Because
I'm done.
and let me
You
say
have no
this.
answer.
Let me say
Cool.
this.
You concede,
Let
brother.
me say this.
You concede.
Every time I make a wavy, every time I make a claim, don't I dog? Then I just put a verse up on screen to prove my claim. This brother just
Brother,
throwing
I
accusations
I
out,
will
dog.
bring, dude.
Hold
I
on, I'm
will bring,
talking to
dude.
Wavy.
Marcus,
I'm
stop
talking
the
to
cap.
Wavy. Hold on.
I will bring the
I'm
hadiths
talking
back.
to
Yes,
Wavy,
fact.
dude.
All
Hold
right, I got you.
on. Oh,
I will bring
hold
the
on,
verse,
man.
no
I'm talking
problem.
away.
And
Every
don't run
time I
from it
make a
either.
claim, every time I make a claim
That's a
about
fact.
your religion, about what
That's a fact.
every time I make a claim about your religion, I bring proof from your book, or I can bring proof from a scholar of your book, or some type of evidence. I don't just throw
I
crap
will do
out
it right
there.
now. No
Oh,
worries.
oh, you Christians, this throw slander. I don't have to throw slander on Christianity like you throw slander on Islam. I don't have to do
Marcus,
that
it's not,
because
brother.
I know.
It's
Hold
not
on, wait, wait,
slander.
wait.
It is
Let
fact.
me finish
So
this.
stop the
Let me
cap.
say this.
You understand
Well,
what
if it was
slander
a
means?
fact, if it was a fact, you would bring the proof to back your claim. But you ain't bringing. All you doing is shooting
Dude,
slugs,
bro,
which
you're
proves to
Muslim. You
me.
brother,
Which
brother,
proves to me.
brother.
Hold on,
Marcus,
man.
stop.
I'm about to
Now you
land.
now you're being emotional.
Let me land. Let me land. Let me land.
Now you're
Let
being
me land.
emotional.
This proves to me that you ain't nothing but a Islamophobe. You just a
Okay.
nigga who Islam for whatever reason. I don't care about the reason, but you do. You hate Islam and you just throwing stuff out there. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. You're uneducated when it comes to Islamic
Yep.
theology. You don't know what Muslims believe. You sitting up, you watching David Wood, God Logic, and all these other Islamophobes.
I don't,
I
actually,
watch
I
them
actually don't
too.
watch him.
I watch them too.
That's a
I watch
compliment.
them
I
too.
actually don't watch
That's
him.
how I
That's a
know.
compliment.
That's
Thank you.
how I know. You just all you doing is
I
regurgitating
don't
what
watch them.
these
That's a
people say.
compliment, brother.
And this is why every time we get into a debate, you end up looking stupid like you did tonight. You look stupid because
My brother.
your book
Got you.
explicitly says that your God could not do something. That hadith that you brought
Got
out, it don't say Allah could not do something. So
Marcus,
you
are
look
you done?
stupid.
Are you done? Okay, got you. Like I
You look
said, you failed
stupid. You
English
sound
class.
stupid. I'm
Marcus,
done
hold
with him.
on, brother. Are you done?
Bring me some competition.
You're you're the
This
one
dude
who
ain't on my
sounds
level.
foolish. Marcus, you're the one who sounds foolish because I promise you, if I go outside right now and I take that same verse and I go to 10 people, I guarantee you they're not gonna say, "Oh, it doesn't really say that," because guess what? They understand English. That's basic English. For you to deflect and run and claim that it doesn't say what it says, you are a typical Muslim. Now, my brother, I asked you a simple question because you saying I'm
So
shooting
wait, man,
slugs.
you got some
Hold on,
competition for
hold
me?
on.
I'm
You
done with
keep
him.
you keep saying I'm shooting
I
slugs,
baked him already.
brother. I'm not shooting slugs. Can you show me in your
Upload this
Quran
on
where it
YouTube.
says, brother, stop? Does this?
I
You
got
said.
I got you, big dog. We live on YouTube right now.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on. He's gonna
He's
run.
still
This brother got
trying, dude. I'm
JetBlue.
done with you.
Brother, you got
You done?
JetBlue miles. Relax. Brother. I let you speak. Let me speak.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
show
All
me in
right.
your
Keep talking,
Quran
bro.
where you are assured heaven? It's that simple. Can you show that to me? Where you are guaranteed heaven, or in your Hadith or
Okay. Can
Tafsir, whichever of the 100 books
okay.
you're gonna run to,
Okay.
where
Okay.
you are
Can I speak
guaranteed
now?
heaven. Please show it to me.
Okay. Okay. Can I speak
You can
now?
speak, brother. Go ahead. I'm waiting,
Can I speak without interruption?
brother. I said go ahead,
Can I speak without interruption?
bro. Marcus,
Okay,
you
I'm
understand
done
English?
with you. I'm done with you.
I
I'm
literally
done
said
with
go.
you, dude. You're not on my level.
Okay, so that was your response. Perfect. So you don't have a verse for me. Cool. So brother conceded,
I'm
Sean.
done.
He can't show me a verse where it says that you can be assured heaven. Like I said, brother got more flight miles than JetBlue. He's always flying. Go, Marcus. When you find me a verse that guarantees in your Quran that you can make heaven, guaranteed that you can. I can easily bring that to you easily. I don't even need the New Testament. I can show it to you multiple verses. You can't even show me one. Astaghfirullah, brother. And you're a Muslim. I have a problem with that.
Okay. So Sean,
I
look.
have a major problem.
Okay, you done? You done? Because I want to speak to the host. You done?
Go ahead. I'm muting myself.
All right. So Sean, the brother say he guaranteed heaven, right? Now there's a verse in the Bible where Jesus says, "Many on that day will say unto me, Lord, Lord, did we not cast out devils in your name? Did we not prophesy in your name?" And Jesus says, "I will say unto them, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. For I do." Now, the only religion in the world, brother, that claims to cast out devils in Jesus' name and prophesy in Jesus' name is Christian. And Jesus saying he's going to tell at least some of these Christians, depart from me. But yet this brother sitting here claiming to be a Christian, talking about he know he going to heaven. How the hell do you know when your book, some of y'all gonna be rejected by the Messiah? And you got a
Got
million
you.
different denominations. You got Baptist, the Church of God in Christ, the Catholic, the Jehovah Witness, and you got a million different denominations with a million. You got the Trinitarians, you got the oneness, and if you ask each and every one of them, they all say they doing it right and the other Christians doing it wrong. Nigga, please, you sit
Okay.
there trying to convince me that you guaranteed heaven, nigga, when your own book, your own God is telling you he gonna reject y'all. Dude,
Got
go
you.
sit down, bro. You a joke to
Can I
me.
speak now?
You a joke.
All right, perfect. So Sean, this guy, this professional Muslim, actually wannabe professional Muslim, he quoted a verse where Jesus says,
A
"Depart."
professional.
I will tell some. He tell some people, whatever, depart from me. I never knew you. The key word is some. And I find it fascinating that you always quote that verse because you have nothing else, brother. Your ammo bag is empty. Now, the verse you quoted, Jesus said, "I will." He says, "On the last day, many will come to me and saying, Lord, Lord, do we not do this to things in your name, cast out devils, whatever." But where's the? I find it hilarious. Where is the location and where Jesus is telling them, "Depart from me"? Is it in hell? Is it in heaven? Is it in between the earth?
This
Why
is when Jesus
doesn't matter?
returned.
Doesn't hold on? I didn't interrupt you. Let me talk. Just doesn't matter how you swing the bat, Marcus. You're still smacking yourself in the face. He's even if he says depart, he's going to tell some people depart from me. The whole point is they came into heaven and he judged them in heaven. Your Quran does not say that. Your
It
Quran does
don't
not
say
even
that.
give you the. Hold on,
It
brother.
don't say they
Your
was in
Quran does not
heaven.
even. Brother, I did not interrupt you. Please, your Quran does
Okay,
not
don't
even
lie on
give
the
you at
scripture.
least. Hold
Don't
on,
lie on the
Marcus, bro.
scripture.
Relax, relax, brother. At least,
It don't say
yo,
they
yo,
was in
Sean,
heaven, do it.
Sean, hold on, Sean. At least Jesus is gonna give you the decency to see heaven. Even if you're not gonna enter it, you get to be judged there. But guess what? Allah wouldn't even give you the permission to walk on the streets of gold. That boy is just gonna boot you off of the face of the earth and cast you into hellfire.
Streets
And
of
you're telling
gold.
me, Marcus, stop, brother, stop.
Streets of gold.
Marcus, you know the funny part? You said Jesus is gonna say some people.
How
How
you
do you know
know
who
for
the
sure
some?
you gonna be on the streets of gold when Jesus
Because
said
read the
he's gonna
context.
tell
If you read,
those,
brother, hold on, read
dude,
the
I'm done.
context.
I'm done. I'm done.
Jesus
I'm
was
done.
when he was talking about the Pharisees and the Sadducees, people who
It don't
pose.
say that. Show
Brother,
us
hold
where it say
on,
that.
brother. All right, Sean, this brother interrupt me.
Show
When
us where
Jesus
it
was
say that in the
teaching,
text.
hold on, when Jesus was teaching, he was talking about people who pose a version of Christianity or pose a belief in God, but do the opposite. AKA,
How you
this
know
is why
you
he
not
called
that person? How you know you
brother.
not that person?
Brother, I guarantee you, he's not talking about you Muslims who are gonna make it.
How
So
you,
I
he
already know
talking
for a
to
fact.
Christians in that verse? He ain't talking about Muslims in that verse. He talking about Christians. You
Yes,
agree to that. How you know he
because
not
Christians have.
talking
Oh,
about your
brother,
version? Oh, he not talking
Marcus,
about your version of Christianity.
see how I was, Marcus? You see I was quiet when you were talking and you interrupted me
Because
every single
nowhere in
time,
the New Testament did Jesus say anything about a Trinity. Did he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He in
Where?
fact did.
Where?
What are you talking about? When Jesus quoted before
Where?
Abraham, I was. Brother, hold on. When Jesus was quoting and he said he read from the Torah, he quoted before Abraham I was, and he also, brother, I've already buried the other friend in this. He said, me and the Father are one, akkad. That is in the New Testament. Can
He
you go
said the
look up what the
disciples
word
are one.
akkad means?
He said the
Brother, hold on. That's
disciples
not
are
what it
one
says.
as we are
No,
one.
brother, stop, brother. But that's not what brother. Oh my
Am I
God,
lying?
this is the
Would
bro,
you like for me to get
Sean,
the verse?
Sean. This is the elementary school Muslim you bring to me.
Dude, you're
This
not on
guy,
my level. Not on my
stop
level.
the
I'm
cap,
done.
bro.
I'm done.
Stop the cap. What are you talking about?
You're
Can you
not on
look
my
up what the
level.
word akkad means in Hebrew?
It means one.
Can you look up what the word? Okay, why the hell would
And he
Jesus say,
also
"I and
said,
the Father are one"? Why would he say that then?
because
Why does
I'm
he
gonna
say
answer. I'm gonna answer. I got your answer
why
right here.
does he say, "I and
I
the
got
Father"?
your answer
And
right
plus,
here.
bro, brother,
Here's
hold
your
on.
answer.
I'm going to bet. No, no, no.
Do
I'm
you
going to
want the
bury
answer?
you because you brought it up. No, no, stop. You fell into
Oh,
my
he don't
trap.
want the answer.
Let me bury you. He said in that verse, I and the Father are one, akkad. If you look up the Hebrew Bible, it says,
What?
I and the Father are one, akkad. Now look up what the word akkad means. My God, today, brother. You're an elementary school Muslim, bro. Get away from this
It means
platform.
one.
How dare you, brother? How dare you? So why did
It
he say
means
that? Why did he
one.
say I and the Father are one? Then? Why
The
does he say
same.
I and the
Good
Father
question.
are one?
Good question. Now let me answer now, and stop panicking. He said, "Me and the Father," for the same reason he said that the disciples are one as they are one. He said they're all one. Jesus, the disciples, and the Father are all one. Why? Because they're on the same accord. They have the same belief. Meaning, once the master, the teacher, Jesus, brings the believer into the faith, he sees to it that they remain in faith. That's why he says no man can pluck them out of his hand. Then he said, the Father who is greater than I, he say, he also sees to it that they remain in faith. Me and my Father are one. They're on the same accord.
Me and whom? Hold on,
That's
hold on,
why
hold on,
he
hold on.
also said,
Hold
wait
on,
a minute,
hold on.
hold on, you getting
Me and
cooked
my who?
again, dog. I was done with this argument, bro. But I'm cooking you again. Look, look, look.
Bro, you're not cooking nothing. You're literally not
This is
cooking nothing.
sad.
You just said
This is sad.
me and my Father. Who in the Bible is ever me and
Dude,
who
I
are
can
one?
quote, listen, I could quote that entire passage off top of the head, starting from the point where he entered the temple and the Jews surrounded him and said, if you be the Christ, please tell us plainly. He said, but I told you and you believe me not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. I can quote the whole thing off the top of the head, dude.
Ah,
Stop playing with me. Go to bed, old
Bro,
man.
what is that?
Go to bed, old man. You're not on my level.
What does that got to do with
You're
what I
not
just the
on my
question?
level.
Sean, you see what I'm talking about, bro?
Go to bed.
Bro, be flying, bro.
Go to
What does
bed.
that got to do with what I just said? Brother, you laid a
Because
claim.
you're
No, no,
reading it.
no, no,
What
no.
I'm
Hold
gonna tell
on.
you.
You
I'm gonna tell you.
laid Marcus.
I'll tell you
You
what it got to
laid
do
a
with it.
claim that Jesus never said in the Bible anything about a Trinity. He just said the Father and
Where
I.
is it? Where is it?
Hold on,
Show us the Trinity.
brother. Hold on. Stop, brother. Stop running, dude. Stop freaking running. He just said the Father and I are one. Who the heck is the Father part of? Is it part of the? Is it part of the mystery? The mystery of is he just flowing in space? Who is the
I just
Father?
answered that. I just
Who
answered that.
is the Father, Marcus? Who is the Father?
The God, the Father is. I'm gonna tell you. Jesus said. Jesus said in Matthew 11, verse 25, I praise you, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth. Jesus
Mhm.
said in John chapter 17, verse 3, the Father is the only true God. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 12, verse 29, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. So to answer your
The Lord,
question, according to Red
hold on.
Letter,
Hold
wait
up.
a minute. No,
You
don't
just read,
start panicking.
no, no, no.
I'm
I'm not
answering your
panicking.
question. I'm answering your question.
You actually read a beautiful
I'm
verse. So
answering your
keep going, keep
question.
going.
You're not on my level. You're not there
Okay,
yet.
you don't have a
You're
level to
not
be.
there. That's why you panicking like that.
I'm not panicking, brother.
Listen,
I'm literally not. But okay.
listen. I'm telling you. You asked me a question. You said,
You
"Who's
asked
the
the question.
Father?"
You laid the claim. I didn't. That was your claim.
You said
You laid the claim about Jesus
you
talking about
asked
not touching on
me.
Trinity.
Hold
That's what you.
on, dude. Wait a minute, sir. You asked me who is the Father. All I'm saying is, according to Jesus, your God, my prophet, my brother in faith. All I'm saying is, according to my brother in faith, the Father is the only true God. He's the one God. He's the creator
Mm-hmm,
of heaven and earth, according to
mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's who the Father is.
Perfect. Doesn't matter. He still claims. He said, guess what, Marcus? He doesn't say the Father. He says my Father. So you're still roasted, brother. You're still roasted like a Saudi
No,
Arabian
I'm not.
camel. You are still
Let
roasted
me
like
tell
a
you why I'm
camel in
not.
Saudi Arabia. He says my Father. He does not say
Okay.
the Father. He says
Okay.
my Father, brother. So stop
Okay.
the cap.
Can I respond?
You're
Okay. Well, let
still
me respond.
roasted, dude.
Okay. Okay. In John, in the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 17, Jesus said, I'm ascending to my Father and your
To who?
Father and my God and your God. So
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that the God, the Father, the Creator, is not exclusively the Father of Jesus. He's the Father of the followers of Christ in the Bible too. So stop the cap, because I'm bringing out scripture. You're not bringing out nothing. You just bringing out what
Brother,
the church
I have
indoctrinated you
no,
with.
no, no. I have been quoting
Oh
scriptures the
man, go to
entire time.
bed. Oh man, it's
I have
past your
been quoting
bedtime.
scriptures.
It's really
I have
past
been
my
quoting
bedtime too, to be
scriptures
honest.
the entire time.
You got
You
cooked.
I
said
You got
before
cooked a
Abraham
long
I
time ago.
was multiple times, and you said, bro,
That don't
yo,
mean he's
Sean,
God.
this brother brought up a claim that Jesus never talked about a Trinity. I brought up a verse where brother ran to every hill in Saudi Arabia and Mecca, went around the stone 5 times, and came back to the chat. Brother is a capper, bro. Brother is a capper. You give this dude fact that he runs, bro, just like your prophet. Like, bro, get out of here, dude. You're a capper, bro. I don't want to hear
Marcus,
anymore.
closing words.
Yeah, I'm gonna close with this, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Worshiping a man is a form of idolatry, man. It's a sin, even according to the Bible. I'm gonna repeat that again. Worshiping a man is a sin according to the Bible as well. There are many verses in the Bible where God says, like the book of Hosea, chapter 11, verse 9. God explicitly says, I am God and not a man. Uh, these brothers believe in a human sacrifice. According to the Bible, human sacrifices are detestable unto God. Detestable. It's detestable. His whole entire religion is man-made. It's man-made. It contradicts his own scripture, contradicts his own scripture. He believed that this man died for his sins, even though all throughout the Old Testament, God was already forgiving sins without animal sacrifice,
You're a
blood,
liar.
and
You
pagan
are a liar.
bloodshed. You
Yo,
can
yo,
go if
yo,
I he
Sean,
says he
Sean,
says, hold on, man, that's my closing
Sean.
statement.
This guy's a
That's my
capper, bro.
closing
This boy
statement.
strolls hard in the. You are a capping capper.
But I'm bringing out
I'm
the
gonna
scripture.
nickname you the Muslim tap dancer, bro. You cap so much. Can you show me anywhere in the Torah where God
It's my
forgave sin
closing
without a
statement, man.
Can you,
It's
brother?
my
No, you
closing
can't lay
statement.
claim and cap. Where
It's
in the
my
Torah
closing
did God ever
statement.
forgive sin without sacrifice? Can you show it
The
to me?
book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 7. Uh, brother,
God forgave sin without
Wavy,
sacrifice.
brother Wavy, can you put it up on the screen, please? He calling me a liar. Can you put it up on
This
the
dude
screen,
just
please?
said,
I bring
yo,
proof and
Sean,
evidence.
I want
All he doing is
Sean,
yapping. He
Sean,
just running his mouth.
wait,
I got the proof.
Marcus, hold on, brother.
No, we're gonna put
Marcus,
it up
hold
on
on.
the screen. We're
Before
gonna put it up
no,
on the
no, no.
screen.
Brother, let's get your claim
No,
straight
no,
before
my
you
ass. We're gonna put
let's get your dude, relax. Let's get your
we're
claim
gonna
straight
put it
because
Isaiah chapter
you're gonna say you're gonna say
55.
something. So Sean, I want you
Isaiah.
to hear what he said. His claim was God forgave sin in the Bible without sacrifice.
Yeah,
In the
Isaiah
Torah.
55.
Okay.
I'll read
So
it. Look, let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Let the wicked forsake their way, and the unrighteous his
uh-huh.
thoughts. Let them return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy on them, and to our God, for he will
hmm
freely pardon. Sir, freely.
But where
No
does it
blood.
say Sean,
No
you see what I'm
blood.
talking about, bro?
Bro, bro,
Bro brings up
you're not
no
on
no
my
no no.
level.
Hold on,
You're not
Sean.
on my level.
Let's be real. I asked this question on purpose because this bro always caps. His claim. This was Marcus' claim.
Bro,
God
I'm the
forgave
GOAT,
sin
bro.
in the Torah without sacrifice. This is what he said, word for word. I know you heard him, Sean. Where in this verse does it say God is forgiving sin without? And where did he say you should not sacrifice? Can you show me where
He
it says
will
this?
freely pardon.
He say I'm the GOAT.
Freely, sir.
All
I'm the
right, man.
GOAT,
We out
bro.
of here, man. We out.
Brother,
We out of here,
he
man.
is not no go, bro.
Hey,
Let me
hey,
say my closing statement though, Sean.
go ahead.
Like I said, this brother is a tap dancer. He ran from all my subjects like I'm used to. I'm used to this guy running. But like I said, Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God. He is the one who shed his blood on the cross for the remission of sins. And guess what? He says my religion is man-made, but I find it hilarious how if my religion is man-made, his religion is a they came and stole the prophets from my Bible, who are Jews. They're not Muslims and they're not Saudi Arabic people. These are Jews. Muhammad stole the verses from the Jews and lied and claimed that he's the final prophet. But you stole 90% of the stories from the Bible and from the Torah. So if my book is man-made, your book is even more man-made because you stole a man-made book. So that means we're both losers here because if there was no Torah or no Bible, there will be no Quran because the Quran is half of. Do you understand? 50% of the Quran's storyline is based on Torah and Bible. So if not for the Torah and the Bible, there will be no Muhammad. This is why your Quran is a fraud, my guy. Your own so-called angel that is the founder of your religion came from the Torah. Do you understand that? If my book is man-made, you goofy, you have no Jibril because Jibril, guess what, is a Jewish angel. Jibril did not originate in Saudi Arabia. You're a goofy. So if my book is man-made, your book is even more man-made. You goofy pork-eating Muslim. You're a goofy.
This is final
Astaghfirullah,
statement.
Jesse.
Astaghfirullah, bro.
Jesse.
Salam alaikum, Jesse.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right, man, Jesse. We close.
How you doing, brother? I hear this brother talking all type of reckless.
Jesse,
He
you
mad.
gotta put a leash on.
He got big. He got mad.
Hey,
He
Jesse,
big mad.
Jesse, you gotta run the show back. Jesse, you gotta run the show back.
You gotta run it back, Jesse.
Yeah, man. You know, just from what I heard, the brother called Angel Jabril, a Jewish angel. Brother, this Jewish term is new. This is a new term.
Jesse, so
the angel Jabril ain't no Jewish nothing.
Yeah, but Jesse, where does Muhammad brother stop, Jesse? Where does Muhammad accredit that name from? Does the name Gabriel originate from Saudi Arabia?
First of all, we don't call him Gabriel.
Jesse,
we call him Jabril.
Jesse, stop.
We got his real name.
Jesse.
You're still, brother. You're still calling you're still reciting a English translation of his real name. His real name is Jabril.
Jesse, Gabriel is not an English word. But first of all, Gabriel is Hebrew. So first of all, which is El meaning the names of God, the sons of God, all end with El. That's not even English. First of all, so
let me explain.
Jesse, hold on, brother. Where does Muhammad get the name?
Do you think
Gabriel?
the prophets' names? First of all, do you think that the prophets' names are correct in the Bible? Do you think Moses was called Moses in his time?
Marcus.
Moses is actually Moses was called Moshe.
Yo, what's
Moshe
up, Wade?
Hebrew for Moses. So his
Jesse
Moses was called Musa.
No, he was called Moshe. We can look that up.
His name was
I
Musa.
already.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, when can I
Jesse,
go back and when can I go back and
close?
hold on? Let me. I want to ask the host a question real quick.
I'm about to send it to you. You good?
Jesse, Moses, the name.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah, I want to go back and look
Arabic.
at this. Give me a good.
Hold on. Moshe
Last,
is Hebrew.
I cooked this dude.
Hebrew and Aramaic is
I
much
thought he was
older
Muslim
than Arabic.
killer
So what are you
and
talking
all
about,
that.
Jesse? Bro, you've already been crucified, Marcus. So I don't know what you're talking about. You got more flight than JetBlue, bro. Go catch a flight, bro. You are a capping Muslim.
Yeah.
All right. What is?
I thought he was the
name?
Muslim killer, man.
Brother, don't go blow up any buildings in the name of Allah, okay? I hope you don't do that. What were you saying, Jesse?
Hey, what is Jacob's real name?
Jacob's I can look it up in Hebrew. I'm sure I can find the Hebrew name of it or Aramaic name, whichever one.
Well, before you even look it up, I'm gonna tell you what his real name is. Yaakov.
But it was not Arabic, Jesse. Jesse, how the hell can he have an Arabic name if Arabic is not even as old as Hebrew? Like, can we stop the cap?
Because
How the hell
what
how brother, Jesse, how
Yaakov,
can you
brother,
say a name is
Yaakov,
in the name of Arabic and Arabic is not even as old as Hebrew? I'm so
brother,
confused.
Yaakov is not a Arabic name.
Yes,
So
it
these
is.
names,
Jacob is
hold on,
100%
brother.
Arabic.
Let me explain. These names that we have in the Quran, they are the pronunciations of what they would have been in their time. So Yaqub is how his name was pronounced during the time of his life. When we talk about Musa, not Musha, Musa, his name is Musa. That's how they pronounce his name during the time of his life, regardless of the Arabic or Hebrew. It's pronounced in the way that they would have said it in their time. Musa's real name is Musa. Uh, Abraham's real name is Ibrahim.
Oh no, Jesse.
Uh,
Let's stop the cap.
yeah, brother. I'm
Jesse,
telling you,
you know why that's historically a fallacy? That's not even possible. Because first of all,
brother. You
hold
first
on,
of
Jesse,
all,
hold on.
when you talk
I'll let
about
you talk.
Jews, okay, go ahead.
I'll let you talk, brother. Hebrew is about 1,000 plus, over 1,000 plus years older than Arabic. So there is absolutely no way that you're gonna tell me a name is pronounced in the Arabic, Yaqub or whatever you want to call it. And Arabic did not even exist at a time of the revelation of Moses. So when Moses was speaking Hebrew, which Hebrew is 1,000 to 2,000 plus years older than Arabic, how then can a language that predates something, a different language, then you're gonna tell me that language is actually supposed to be the actual language? That doesn't make any sense. This is why actually
I'm
we
not, brother.
Muslims
You're
can God
misunderstanding.
change.
You're misunderstanding. I'm not saying that Arabic was the language that they were speaking. I'm saying when the Quran pronounces the names of prophets and God's name Himself, he's saying it's saying it in the language that they would have said it in their previous time, despite the fact that it's in Arabic. So
But Jesse, that's
like
my exact problem though. How can they say in this is that's what I'm saying? How does that make any sense? How can you say that the Quran is testifying of how they pronounce certain things in Arabic, which the Quran testifies that Arabic is supposed to be the holy language? If Arabic is supposed to be the holy language, how then can Arabic be the holy language and God revealed himself to Moses, which many Muslims believe that Moses had the law in Hebrew. How then, if Arabic is the holy language, why does God reveal the Torah or the Ten Commandments, which you Muslims believe, in Hebrew to Moses? Why did he just start off by revealing in Arabic? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at
the
all.
same reason why the same reason why when Jesus came around, or Isa, they revealed it in Greek. That wasn't revealed in Hebrew. That was revealed in Greek.
Yeah, but just he
Now
read the
we have
scrolls
the
in Hebrew.
final revelation. The final revelation was revealed in Arabic. But regardless of it being revealed in Arabic, it came through to correct the previous scriptures. And one of the ways that it corrected the previous scriptures is in names. So in Islam, we have the proper names of the prophets according to the times of when they were living. So we have their real names the way they would have said it during their time. And to be real, when we talk about Hebrew, Hebrew is a reconstructed language. So the Jews are still in debates about how the Yahweh, Yahweh, or God's name basically, and they're still in debate on how to properly pronounce the prophets' names. The Quran comes through, and we have the proper pronunciations in the way that it was supposed to be pronounced during their time. This is a miracle of Allah. You know what I'm saying? If like Allah provided us the proper pronunciations during the time of when they were living.
Yeah, but Jesse, that's actually pretty
Yeah,
wrong
but
because you got text like the Dead Sea Scrolls, which are older than both the Torah and the Bible combined. These are ancient texts, which in those texts they are still written in Hebrew from right to left, and they still pronounce the same words. That when it talks about certain prophets, the names of, like, for example, Elijah, when you read the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's still pronounced as Elijah in Hebrew. So what you're saying is still, it doesn't collaborate, because when you go back to those old texts from 2,000-3,000 years ago, they're still pronouncing these Jewish people's these Hebrew prophets' name in the same way that the Torah testifies to them today. So there is no distinction with the Dead Sea Scrolls and how the Hebrews pronounce. And first of all, you say Yahweh. Yahweh is a made up term by these freaking psychos like this wannabe Jews. It's not even the real language. So I don't know where the hell they got that. They got that from your brain somewhere. That is not even the real Hebrew word. They just make up words. I'm talking about the actual Hebrew names. Elijah,
So
Elisha, Moshe. These are all Hebrew names that are found in as old as the Dead Sea Scrolls that predate the Torah. So, like, it's still, brother. Like, how can you prove that?
brother, Hebrew is a reconstructed language, and the names are up for debate within those communities. So when you talk about the names, the pronunciations are up for debate. When you talk to a Jewish person, depending on which faction you're talking to, they're going to have a different pronunciation on how to say these things, because it's a reconstructed language. So nobody is 100% sure on the pronunciations of these things in Hebrew. Now, when the Quran came around, the Quran came through and corrected y'all on this matter.
Ah,
But how can it correct? Yo, Sean, can I ask a question, brother? Sean, you're an atheist, brother. Can I ask a historical question? If a language predates another language by 1,000 years, how can you tell me that language that came 1,000 years after is correcting a language that's 1,000 years older than it? That doesn't make any sense. It's like telling me. It's like telling me.
Brother, that is
No,
the
Jesse, hold on,
miracle.
hold on.
See,
It's
you
like telling
have
me
to
the
look.
Egyptians.
You have to recognize.
Yeah, go ahead. What you saying?
You have to recognize that is the miracle. That is one of the miracles of the Quran. We have a man who came.
I don't believe there's any miracles in the Quran. I think the biggest miracles in the Quran is called deception. Muhammad deceived you guys to believe
ah,
that Allah is gonna assure you 12 virgins in heaven whose boobs never sag,
ah.
and you guys are hoping to go and have sex in heaven. To me, that's just wild. I want to go to heaven and just chill. Maybe ride a donkey, ride a dinosaur. I don't know. Drink from the water of life. Something. Maybe play basketball with Jesus or something like that. I'm not going to heaven thinking I assure you, Sean, ain't no man who's dying in his deathbed is thinking, as soon as my lights turn out in this earth, I'm gonna go heaven and go have an orgy. Like, do you know how sick you got to be in your mind? You're dying on a sick bed and you're thinking about putting your penis in something. Come on, Sean. Let's be realistic. These guys are delusional. For you to tell me that a language that predates that your language as a whole, Arabic as a whole, you're telling me that Allah was speaking Arabic, God was speaking Arabic in heaven, and then your God who speaks Arabic revealed the Ten Commandments to a Jewish man in Hebrew. So either your God is confused or your God doesn't know which one to pick. Either he likes Hebrew or he likes Arabic. But you can't tell me that Allah first revealed the this is my problem with Islam. You guys believe that everyone's born Muslim. Well, that's not possible if everyone's born Muslim, because it's the Arabic did not even exist till to the first century CE. So for you to try to tell me that Arabic is the original holy language, you are historically wrong. This is the problem with Islam. Islam does not. People who are Muslim, they don't look at historical facts. They look at the Quran. That's history. This is why half of the Muslims don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, bro, and I'm Sean. I'm practically tired of these Muslims coming on here telling me I serve a white man's religion when their prophet bought and sold black slaves. Even the guy who recited, they always claim, oh, a black person recited the first prayer. Guess what, Sean? That black person, Bilal, was a slave that Muhammad captured and he was going to sell. So when Muslims claim, oh, you serve a white man's religion, you serve a god of slavery, Muhammad did it just as worse as any others. So I guess we both wrong, but guess what? I'm not thinking about to go start banging women in heaven. At least and I was gonna ask Marcus before you left, Sean. Sean, you're an atheist, right? Can you just be realistic? When people read the Bible, right? At the most, you call them holy rollers or Jesus freaks. You don't see a person say, "I'm going to go read the Bible so much, I'm going to go blow up a building," right? You don't see that happening. But Sean, when you read the Quran and you read the Hadith, how many times do you see a person say, "I read the Quran so much, I'm going to go blow up a building"? It's like 3,000 to 1. If you go on the index right now, the terrorist index, bro, all you see is Muslim groups after Muslim group after Muslim group. How many times, Sean, have you seen a Christian say, I love Jesus so much, I'm going to walk into Walmart and blow the Walmart up"? How many times you see that? And we have over 2 billion Christians in the world today. But let's look at the difference. You look at Islam, you got about 1.8 billion people who are Muslim. Out of that 1.8 billion Muslims, you got a huge 10 to 15% radical Muslims who read the Quran so much. The first thing they think of, if I blow these people up, I get 12 registers in heaven. So we can debate whose religion is false, whose religion is true, but look at what they taught. Jesus never taught jihad. Jesus never taught blowing stuff up. But guess what? Muhammad was completely different. Muhammad was teaching some pretty wild things, man. So, and you guys ask when you ask me why am I not Muslim, brother? The description of the prophet is just I just cannot rock with it, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, so check this out. Before I fell out, I was just explaining to you that the names is a miracle of Allah. So we have the names, the proper names, and the pronunciations, in the way that they were saying them in their time. And this is very important, being that you read from a Bible which is basically translated the names out. You know
No, has
Moses'
it?
real name. You know Moses' real name is not Moses. You know
Yeah,
that
I said it's
Jesus' real
Moshe.
name is not. All right, what's Jesus' real name?
His name is Yeshua. Yeshua, however you pronounce it. And that's the
Yeshua. His
Hebrew
name
as
is
well.
Isa, and
Yes, it is.
Yeshua.
No, it's not.
Yeshua is actually Yeshua is actually a name from the book of Maccabees. So there's another guy named Yeshua.
Yes, he because Yeshua was a common name in when Jesus was alive. The same way Muhammad was a common name during the time of Muhammad. Do you know there were multiple Muhammads during Muhammad's time? Muhammad wasn't the only Muhammad.
Not
It didn't start with him.
Muhammad. Muhammad was the only
No, no,
Muhammad.
no, no, he wasn't. No, uh, Sean, let me educate some Muslims real quick. I'm about to show these Muslims something because I don't know. I don't think Muslims really study history. I think y'all just study the Quran. That's the problem. This is the problem. You guys study the Quran, you don't study basic history, and you guys just say stuff you don't even know. Muhammad wasn't the only Muhammad around his time. That name predates him. Like, come on now. All right, Sean, let me share my screen real quick before these Muslims start manifesting, man. Because I'm tired of these Muslims, man. These guys don't know what they're talking about. Sean, now what does that say on here? I just typed, was Muhammad's name the only name at his time? It says, no, Muhammad was not the only name used at the time, nor was the only person with that name. While it was rare, historical and traditional accounts indicate the small numbers of individuals were also named what? Guess what? Sean, look at this. Prior to. These Muslims are drunk. For these Muslims to tell me that this is what I'm talking about, bro. They don't study history. They only study what the Quran says. You gotta get out the Quran to study history. I'm a Christian, but I still believe in history. Like, bro, look at this. It says,
Hey, Jesse.
come on
Yeah.
now. Look at this.
All
Do you
right,
see this?
hold up, Jesus lover. Let Jesse respond to this. We're about to get out of here.
So Muhammad has become a very popular name after the time of the Prophet Muhammad. Yes, there may have been Muhammad's prior, but it was in very small numbers. Now Muhammad is the most popular name in the world, and you know, we know why. You know, a majority of people took the name after the Prophet Muhammad, but it was small numbers according to what the brother just read as far as the prophet. Now, when we talk about Jesus or Yeshua, Yeshua is a brother from from the Maccabean period. His name, Jesus' real name was not Yeshua. As a matter of fact, in his Bible, when you read it from the Greek, his name is pronounced Isus. His real name is Isa. It's not Isa. It's not Yeshua. His name was Isa. Jesus was Aramaic. He was. Don't get me wrong. He knew Hebrew because of him studying the Torah. He knew Greek because of the civilization. Greek was very popular around that time, but his native tongue was Aramaic, and his name was Isa.
All right. We out of here. Hey, everybody, like, share, and subscribe.
Hold on,
Hey,
Sean. I'm gonna shoot my
replay
last.
game. Hold up. Replay game. Run this shit back. Y'all come in. Let us know who y'all think who went off, who got popped, who got smoked, who got smoked on, who became a pack. Y'all let us know. Run this replay back. Go ahead, Jesus Lover.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, shalom to the chat, man, and Jesse is wrong because first of all, Jesus, if you look it up on Google, the Aramaic name for Jesus is Yeshua. So it's wrong. I'm just gonna say this before we leave, man.
All
If
right.
everybody,
Hey, Jesse, we're gonna be live tomorrow, Jesse.
I
Inshallah.
was just gonna say, brother, if
Assalamu
every
Hold
alaikum,
up.
everybody.
We out of here. Everybody, like, share, and subscribe.